is this?
Fifth. I'll send it to you later.
We'll get to it.
I figured it was a reference.
And we're live with fifth.
1, 2, 3, 4, fifth.
Nice.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome. Plead the fifth is what we were talking about off stream. So
the fifth son, of course. The fifth son.
Yes, the fifth. Absolutely. Not anything to do with the amendments to the Constitution of the United States of America. But that's okay. Welcome to Visible Sun. And us. We're back.
Us.
Some stuff.
Unfortunately for you.
Right, we're not going anywhere.
I don't know who's forcing you to watch this, but...
And we haven't taken our medication.
Yes, have you taken your medication?
Me? Yeah, I did today, yes.
Poor Jess.
I have not.
I miss it sometimes. So it's good to check.
I try to avoid taking my Cialis right before we stream.
Yeah, we appreciate that. We don't need those sounds under the table.
I just don't trust that raccoon.
Right. It's fucking Dookie Nukem.
Gas station boner pills. So on topic. Let's get this started. Who wants to recap last time we played? Let's just do that and get,
Last time was wild.
Let's be professional.
Be professional on this show, in this economy, on
this
Twitch.tv/DMs After Dark. Never.
I love how Sarah makes it sound like if the economy was better, that we'd have our shit together more.
Even worse.
If the economy was better, I mean, listen, I might. But anyway.
So, I will recap. Last time, Darcian here. Last time, everyone came back to my absolute mess of a dorm, of a house. We escaped the initial attack scene, the lecture hall where the Hollow Men attacked, and went back to my dorm where we had some time to speak with Alpada, and we spoke with one another, and we did quite a bit. There was many conversations over the course of the session. All of us made physical contact with the young mysterious child, and all experienced something very powerful and positive, or at least powerful and related to issues in our lives. That was impressive. And then Bridget and Darcian had a moment. There was a little, what was that? And we summoned
Elton.
We summoned a celestial named Elton, who gave us some information. I know there was a lot of information in that conversation, but mostly this child is important. We all need to protect them. And the Hollow Men are a group who erase information about themselves and at higher levels, and they are all about erasing things from the actuality, from the record, from what is known. You can literally go and erase something at the source, and you can erase the concept of that thing.
You can erase the concept, correct? Yeah. So they also erase the concepts of themselves.
Yes.
Which
so
is
that way they're less trackable, right?
Yep.
Or that's just they're empty.
Mm-hmm.
And I will I know Fray and Istanbull both had pretty interesting things, and Henri had a pretty good conversation with the young child, if I recall. So, but they can take that away.
Summarize for all of us, Darcy.
Damn it. Okay.
I remember nothing.
Well, okay. So Darcian and Fray did go to the library, which was a pit stop they shouldn't have made.
Department. Yep. And maybe we would have caught them before they tossed his apartment.
Yeah. So we went to Darcian's apartment, right? Is that his name? Johann Darcian. Johannes Darcian. But unfortunately, we were beat to the scene of his apartment by presumably Hollow Men, because Darcian had to stop at the library and get some reading material from Apada's previous caretaker. But it does seem that there is a similarity between researchers, what people are interested in, things like Darcian's pondering of his orb, of their orb in how it relates to the beginning of the actuality, like the Big Bang, which is called Legacy, and this strange young child. Fray, after all of that, though, we ended the session on you.
Yeah, you all stayed in the dorm except for Istanbul, and I went back to
Constantinople.
Because I thought that I might be the one person who is trackable because they know me, and Istanbul wanted to go home. Like, I don't know.
More comfortable where the vibrations are and no sound.
Hi, Amber.
There you go, bud.
Hey, bud. So we went back to Constantinople, and while we were there, I got up in the night and walked into the hall where there was a shadow waiting for me that knew me. And after being a smart ass with some nihilistic poetry, I was basically like, fight me, bitch. And it was like, no.
As is the Amber way.
Right, as is, at least the way of Fray.
It offered me my mother back.
Oh.
It tempted me with my mother back, and I was like, you're gambling an awful lot.
Meanwhile, Istanbul's like,
something I don't remember I had.
Yeah, that was a great line.
Istanbul's like, hey, if you're giving moms back, do you want to, can I maybe get in on that? Or
So, all right. Does anyone else want
I
to
was going to say, I remember 3 things. Pistachios. I remember my conversation with Impada about the person that I was looking for is scared and hiding and doesn't want to come out, or whatever I'm looking for. And the last thing I remember is a conversation with Istanbul out in the rain about what happens when we both find the thing that we're looking for and only one of us can get it.
Yep.
And that's the
And Istanbul had a conversation with some pens.
Yeah,
right. Some very nondescript, boring ass Bic pens.
And a waifu pillow.
And a waifu pillow.
Although I thought about it afterwards, we should have made it one of those butt pillows. That would have been even better.
Butt pillows?
I don't think I want to know what the hell this is.
I will send the picture, Jess. You will know. If I have to know, you're gonna know.
Oh God.
I mean, if we're talking,
I was thinking of like the circle cushions that women sit on after they give birth.
No, it's not. It's a butt pillow.
Oh no, that's much worse.
I mean,
it's bad.
Okay.
Could be worse.
There are some very lonely people in the world.
Oh no.
I mean, no judgment.
Yourself. Leave no stone
judgment.
What did you just say, Amber?
I said, Google it, lovely viewers. See for yourself. Leave
I
no
dare
stone.
you.
No butt pillow unspanked.
Oh God.
Wow. All right.
Wow.
So
Anyway,
Where's my notepad?
clip that.
Right, clip
yeah,
it.
clip that.
Clip it.
Where is a pen? God
What
damn
are we?
it.
Where are we at as far as time? I don't know.
11:17.
I've got a thing. I'm on mod view.
11 minutes, and we're already talking about
11
pillows.
minutes spanking pillows.
Yeah, that's right. All right, so okay, let's on that market. Istanbul. You go home. It was a rainy night. As you walk, if you remember, walk back with Fray, like the rain as it ran off, or just turned red into the cobblestones of the streets, almost as if it was blood trailing behind her. But you got home and you hold on one second. I'm sorry, I'm getting a text.
All right, while he looks at that, guys, I got to prepare new spells. Do I want to have a few options, or do I just want one big get the F
That
off?
one. The big one.
The one big one?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, how good is the one big one? I'd say options.
It's pretty good.
Nope. No
Options
options.
is nicer, though.
One trick pony.
Option.
Oh, wait, I can.
You can fold one in half, right?
Yeah, I could. Yeah, but I could. That's the thing about this one. I need to fold this in half for it to be my only spell.
Oh, she.
That's how strong this one is. But
Fucking
I gotta look up the rules on fancy and spellcasting again. In Invisible Sun, because like I think I can keep
Turns
the
it into a
spell
swan.
if I spend sorcery or something.
Correct.
You can.
Yes.
You
Correct.
can.
Yeah,
So, like-
So
fancy
you have
spells
two
are different,
choices. You can no, that's not correct. Anybody else who has a spell spends the sorcery to cast the spell. Okay. As a Vance,
free.
you have your little memory box, and your spells have to fit in there, right? So
Correct.
you have a choice. The choice is A, cast it, it's out of the memory box until you prepare
But-
spells again, but it's free. Or B, spend the sorcery, keep the spell.
And then you can cast it again.
And you can cast it again, and you can do that as many times as you have the sorcery to do so.
Okay, and then one last question. If we're all sleeping tonight, do we gain all of our Benny
Yes.
pools back?
Yep, that's a
Hell
rest.
yeah, that's awesome.
Okay.
How does like the bonus Benny work? Because like I know you've given us like a couple bonus Benny.
If
like,
you,
how
so they
that
went, they came and
They're
went,
temporary?
kind of. Yeah, basically, as long as
Okay.
you're close to Ipada, you have one. Close is in close
Oh.
distance. So I would say within Darcian's apartment.
Okay,
Okay, and you can put that in any pool you want.
how
and
you guys are
Honestly,
saying
anybody in
like,
Darcian's apartment is basically stacked on top of each other. It's so
Correct.
small.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love how you guys are saying like dorm and apartment. We're like in an abandoned, rundown like.
Your crawl space. Anyone in
No, no, no.
Darcy crawl space.
it is a repurposed like think of university like campus, college campus, like
The gap
small
between walls. Yeah.
yeah, gaps between the walls. I was gonna say like a laboratory, like one lab
Yeah.
that they had to shut down that he's turned into like 3 rooms.
Yeah, yeah.
With just those big dividers.
So
that
we're
just-
all just like on the floor with shit blankets.
yep, basically, that's what I.
He's
envision.
got some okay.
Does he though?
Blankets.
harvested some
Not
bean
great.
bags from the student lounge.
I mean, we've already talked. One of those rooms is just an orb room, so like there's nothing in there. Like a pondering the orb room. One is like a futon, and like a makeshift kitchen. Right, that's where Henry hangs out. And then
Where you make your 6-second meals.
he does have a pseudo bedroom, which is just like a mattress on the floor and a lot of books.
No, I like you. Do you have also like the bookshelf that's just like cinder blocks with like 2x4s in between them?
No, I think there's one thing he doesn't.
He's classier than
skimp
that.
on.
Okay, all right.
There's one thing he doesn't skimp on, and that's shelf space because he's
Okay.
like me.
So he's got like IKEA shelves. All right.
Yeah.
The Billy bookcase.
I was just gonna say it's the fucking Billy.
Okay.
Did you bother to bolt that to the wall like you're supposed to?
No one bolts it to
Really?
the wall. Get out.
No one bolts it to the wall. They just let their children get crushed.
I was gonna say I have a young child and I don't bolt a lot to the wall. He's fine.
Listen, if he doesn't survive, it was just survival
Yeah.
of the fittest, right? That's
Darwinism.
Darwin
wasn't meant
Award.
to be.
It's- yeah.
And
So-
scene.
all right. So Istanbul, you've gone back to Constantinople. Troy's wandering away on me. Okay.
That sentence every time.
This is
Every
Yeah, I
time.
know.
yeah, every time. And you go to sleep, and you drift off to sleep. You never hear Fray wake up because you're having your dream again.
I'm in my
Well, he can't
sensory
hear anyway.
deprivation tank.
Right, but you could. Oh, you're in your sensory. Okay, so you're in your sensory
Yep.
deprivation. Is it a tank or is it a skull?
Yeah.
The
that
skull
was cool.
one that you had was really
Wasn't that
cool,
awesome?
you made a picture of. I think that adds flavor. I think that's cool.
So you're in your sensory deprivation skull, and
But it's
you're-
a bull skull.
yeah, steer skull, and you're sleeping, and again you're in the city and you can hear the thumps so far in the distance and the gunfire, crack crack crack, and you're being pulled along by the hand, and into the building, and it's the same story. Eventually the bomb falls and you're falling and you're falling and you're falling, and this time though, it just stops. Like time just stops. As soon as you hit the ground, there's rubble still coming down on you, but you're laying there and you see a figure standing in the darkness of the corner of the room of this basement of this building where you eventually were buried. And he sees you. You make eye contact. And although at this point in your own experience, your hearing was gone, he looks at you and he talks and you can hear him. And he says, "Hello, Istanbul."
I kind of take a moment to like look at. I imagine I'm looking at like the surrounding and the building and stuff is still crumbling and falling, but it's like super slow motion. Maybe
It's just stopped.
Oh, it's
So
completely
like
stopped.
there's like splinters of wood and stone just like hovering in the air in front of you, just like
I look around at like the catastrophe in the building that's crumbling, and maybe I like go to like poke a piece of like brick or cement that's falling in midair. I
Moves.
just like push it.
Yep.
It
It
moves.
Yeah.
I look at my hands and see if I'm a young boy.
You are.
I call out for my mom.
No response.
I kind of like grit my teeth a little bit and tilt my head down, and I say, who are you?
Not important. What's more important is what I can do for you. And he kind of walks over to you. And as he does, you see like the things don't move out of his way. They just kind of go through him.
I take a step back.
Okay. He doesn't get too close to intimidate you. He stops. He's just kind of standing there with his hands behind his back. Dark clothing, very, very plain features. A face that, honestly, if you saw it in a crowd and looked away and looked back, you would forget it. And he says, "This is the last place you ever saw her, isn't it?"
Depends. I see her most nights.
Interesting. Do you know why you cannot hear and your leg is the way it is?
I kind of like squint my eyes at him and I say, I'm not sure.
It shouldn't be. Surely you've heard that when you woke up in the actuality. Things that happen in shadow do not transfer over.
That appears to be the way it seems for most.
And it wasn't for you. And the reason why is because you believe that you are hurt. You are very interesting to us. And we know what you want. And we want something too. So perhaps an agreement could be arranged. And as he says that, he reaches into his neck and he's got a chain. And he kind of pulls the chain out. And dangling on the end of that chain is a key.
My face kind of drops. I lose my composure for a minute.
Mm-hmm. And he says, "You can see her again.
None of
All
this
you need to
real.
do. Is it though?"
I kind of look around again at the catastrophe and the pieces and everything like that. And I like softly I touch my face.
You feel it.
What do you want?
The girl.
Dad, I'm going to put this up at the parade.
I kind of breathe deeply and I'm like, I'm afraid that's something that's not mine to give.
Oh. You know, you're not doing the world any favors letting her stay.
I don't do much favors for anyone these days.
Very well.
When he looked at the key, I really tried to focus on it for a moment and see if there was anything at all that I could discern about it. Like I memorized what it looked like, the size,
Here's the question.
the color.
What do you want it to look like? Because that's what it looks like.
I feel like it's just a plain, dull brass key.
Okay.
It's nondescript, or it's not anything special.
Doesn't even have teeth, just a single square flag.
I like that. That's a nice detail.
Yeah. And I say, there must be another way.
Well, if you can find it, I wish you luck. If you can't, merely think it so, and you will be able to find us. And he just, with that, like, time starts again. and the rubble falls on you, and everything goes dark.
Yeah, I was going to say probably right before he finishes that, I have an understanding that our meeting is coming to a close.
Mhm.
And I take a big breath in, I close my eyes, and I kind of like supinate my hands, and I just like look up at the ceiling and close my eyes
Okay, kind of.
as the building crumbles on me.
Gotcha. Boosh. Darcian. How does Darcian sleep?
Like a baby. No,
How does
No,
Darcian
really.
sleep?
He has his sock
Tries
construct.
periodically,
no.
shits himself, throws
Is
up
it in like
everywhere.
is it in a giant bowl? And
That's right, like
your
he pours
orb
himself
just
into a
becomes like the
bowl.
topper.
What does Darcian sleep? They
Oh.
sleep on a couch, and when they sit up, they're covered in Fritos.
A hand comes out just
God damn it.
Pistachio shells just stuck to your face and shit.
I think I don't think he has any. I don't think they have anything fancy as far as like deprivation tanks or anything water related. I think that they just, yeah, because it's not like they're
Chilling on a
not,
waterbed.
yeah, they're not like Alex Mack who can turn into a pillow. Anybody who gets that reference is old like me. But as an old Nickelodeon show. But anyway, they just have like a crappy futon that they
Okay.
pass out on.
So you're sleeping on your
You
futon.
even have a sheet, bro.
Yeah, he does.
It comes from inside, like his clothes.
Not a
He
complete
just lays down and his clothes go in, and the
Actually-
sheet comes out.
They had
Actually-
a sheet, and then the hand's like.
Actually, I was just gonna say, can that be one of the few things that the hand is consistent with? Is they change my sheets, and I'm like, worth it.
Yes, absolutely
Aw.
yes. So you have
Actually,
fresh
my
sheets.
the bed itself changes regularly. It's always in the same spot, but it's a different type of bed.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Oh,
So tonight you have a beautiful hand carved Victorian 4-poster.
ooh.
And no room elsewhere in the room.
Yeah,
It's
you
either-
just
Yeah.
like it's like the
Yeah.
whole
Wow.
thing is just taken up.
Right?
get
Very,
a regular
very
big
nice,
pen.
very nice sheets, like
He
lace,
gets a fucking
coverlet,
Victorian.
the whole
Well, they're-
thing.
You
They
know
have-
what, Darcian? You could fit someone else in that bed with
Oh.
you. Maybe a couple.
They could. They could.
Henry's already there.
No, not me.
Actually, I do love that idea, right? Like Henry's just like, oh, nice bed. And like just like,
Go to bed, you pull back the covers. Henry's already there. You're like,
sends all kinds of the wrong message to Bridget.
Henry has just ran into the
Henry's
room and
sleeping
just
across
like
both pillows.
face
Like, that's how-
planted into the bed. Like Henry did a running leap just onto it.
Love it. Love it.
Is that canon? Is Henry in there?
I mean, I love it. Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
She loves
It's
to
definitely
sleep.
better than the well, you know what? It's because the futon was taken by Apata, right? So you were like, I'll find a place, and then you're like, look at this huge bed, let's go.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, the
Um,
hand did me a favor this
yeah.
week.
You're like,
Yeah.
it would be rude of me to not let
Not
the
you.
child have this
Yeah.
bed. Gives bed, takes Rainy's bed.
And I think Darcian takes more time than they probably should, just restacking the books that the hand knocked over when they put this massive bed in their room.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then you fall asleep,
Yes.
and you're pondering your orb.
Even in
Yeah.
my dreams.
And actually, you are thinking back to who you are in shadow in your dreams.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
what I want you to describe for everyone is you have a particular shadow artifact.
I do. Yes.
So can you describe that for us, please?
Yes. Darcian in their shadow life was a male British explorer. One of the tomb robbers that swore they were doing it for history and everything like that, like taking it out of the hands of those who can't be trusted with it, kind of thing. But they have an Egyptian stone statue of Neheb Cow, the serpent. It's a serpent god / goddess. It has both a male and a female form that was known to connect the aspect of the soul, the Ka, to the body at the moment of birth, and then reunite the winged soul, the Ba, to the Ka upon death. So they are about basically ushering you into life and making sure that when you die, you have the wings to fly you to, Osiris's ship to be judged and potentially get to the field of reeds, kind of thing. They're all about imposing order upon chaos. That is what Neheb Cow is all about. And yeah, Darcian even in the actuality, puts a lot of stock in this. They ponder it along with their orb.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So you're actually reliving in your dreams the moment that Darcian in his shadow life found that statue.
Yes. Okay.
So how did that happen?
Yeah, they were on an excavation, a dig, and the team was working on something. And I think that, let's say that there was like an accident, like a cave in, right?
Mhm.
Because a lot of the times you have to be very careful. They are buried in mounds and mounds and dunes of sand, right? So you're constantly sweeping away, and you're chipping away. And somebody does move like a field stone, and it collapses underneath some old rotted wood. And there's like a cave in. A couple people fall in, and Darcian in their shadow life, because the knowledge was more important than any one person in the party, went down there. And before helping anybody, found this incredible statue and maybe waited a little too long to help that person, but yeah, the trove was too exciting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're in that tomb, and you've uncovered it and you're holding it in your hands, and just as you remember finding it, and all of a sudden you realize that you're not alone in there. Standing in the corner in the dark is a figure, dressed all in black. Very nondescript face. Matter of fact, if you looked at them and you looked away, you probably wouldn't remember what they looked like.
Okay.
But the figure sees the statuette that you have, and it steps forward, and it says, "A stunning find, Professor."
I believe, and then they get very thrown off and look up because it's not one of the people who fell in. And if there were screams or anything like that, like sounds of struggle, they are silenced, and it is just a moment between Darcian's shadow and this strange figure, and they look back at this person and say, "It truly is. You don't find many carvings or statues to this particular deity." So, and then are you part of the, and like looks away, looks back, and is like again surprised to see that
still
person
there. And it kind of begins like kind of walking around you in a circle as it speaks, and it says, "Still though, one must consider the prevalence of the serpent in mythology. The serpent, which bridges the gap between life and death. The serpent, which gnaws at the root of the world tree, and one day will bring about the end of the world. The serpent, which gives the gift of knowledge, and has us cast out of the Garden of Eden. But always a serpent, is it not?
They are prevalent.
The serpent brings knowledge, does it not? Wisdom. Truth.
They are, yes. One would hope truth is something to be.
And you seek the truth.
Always.
We could tell you the truth.
What truth?
You only know half of the truth. We could tell you all of the truth.
There are many truths.
Are there, though?
It depends on the topic.
Or perhaps one's point of view.
Less so, but still valid. Sometimes the truth outweighs points of view. There are universal
Always.
truths.
It outweighs points of view.
So what is it you are, I guess, willing to share for a price, I presume?
The girl. A small price, really.
Yeah,
What
and
is she to you?
Darcian in this form is a human, right?
Yep.
Not the kind of watery form that they are in the actuality, and yet almost like the goosebumps on his skin in the shadow it almost looks like a ripple. It's like a dissociation between the two, and you see them kind of shake their head and think, the girl, what girl? Oh, and like more features of their human form begin getting a little more like aqueous looking.
I love that. You gradually, as this happens, you feel like an ache in your head. As a matter of fact, you're getting a splitting headache, and you gradually become more and more of your actual self, and you're aware of something like in your head.
Yeah,
You're like, what the fuck is in my head?
Yeah, the human form looks like they're grabbing their head at a migraine, but it's this disconnect between what's real right now.
And he watches you as you're doing that, and he goes, something in your head, Professor? An orb, perhaps?
Not yet. In this truth.
This truth. Or is this a lie?
And then you see their form begin kind of shifting even more towards the Darcian of the actuality. And they say, there's truth even in stories. Interpretation. One not need experience something firsthand to learn a truth from it.
You struggle mightily to remain ignorant.
I like to keep my mind open.
Consider this. This was a lie that you woke up from. What makes you think where you are now is not the same thing? What makes you think that anything that you're studying is even real? What if it was just all a lie? What if that little girl was one of the worst lies that was ever told to the world? And getting rid of her could end innumerable pain. But everything you're told is the truth.
I don't believe that to be true, but I do believe, even in the shadow, there were things to be learned. I do believe that even if the shadow were entirely a construct of imagination and fiction and escapism, there's a thread that ties it to the actuality. And I believe that there are more threads. One cannot judge only part of a painting to understand the whole. I'm afraid I cannot give you anything you are seeking about this girl, although you've given me much to ponder about her.
And he just kind of steps back into the shadows, and as he does, he disappears. But with the disappearance, it says, we could have showed you so much more, Ebb. And then he just kind of poof.
All right. Damn.
Henri, you're sleeping on these two such comfortable pillows. It's such a nice bed that the arm bought this time. And it is just great. And you're feeling really good because you're close to Ipata. And there's just something about that kid that you really like. So you drift off to sleep and you have that feeling again that you've been trying to capture, right? It's that dream. And you feel as if, and always these dreams are feelings. They're not necessarily images. They're not necessarily, memories or sounds or things like that, but they're feelings. And tonight what you're feeling as you dream is more of, imagine you've been walking a very, very long distance, walking. And you were going somewhere really, really great, and you couldn't wait to get there, but you just got so tired from walking. But somebody was with you, and they just picked you up and they were carrying you. And as now that person was carrying you, you feel so great that, what was that?
Carrying you in their pocket.
Right.
Even better.
But you just feel so safe and warm and like loved as you're carried, and your legs are very tired, and but you don't have that burden anymore of carrying yourself. Someone else is there helping you, and you're enjoying that feeling because again, these dreams have become gradually more harder to have. You were having them a lot for a while, and for a couple months they've been sporadic. So you're having it again, and it feels so very good. But all of a sudden, that dream kind of stops, and you're just floating in space. And for a while, you get like, you orientate yourself, you get your bearings, and then you realize you're not floating there alone. And there's a figure there floating with you, dressed all in black, very nondescript face. Matter of fact, if you looked at his face and looked away, you probably wouldn't remember what it looked like.
I'm sensing a pattern.
There's a
Does he
pattern.
even have a face?
And he's
Yeah.
just kind of looking at you. Doesn't say anything.
I try and see if I can swim in this floating space place.
You can move mentally.
If I want to, I will. Okay.
Yeah, you can kind of, zip around.
Hello.
Hello, Henry.
Oh, you know me. I don't think I
know
know
you
you.
very well. Not important who we are. You like to be free, do you not?
Always.
Comes from shadow, does it not? You were not free there, we believe.
No, I wasn't. It's a place I
Ter-
hope to never go back to.
It's a terrible thing to not be free. What if I were to tell you you are not free where you are now?
What do you mean?
Oh,
What?
God.
Tied to things. I found the weak link, guys. Nope.
It's not me. What do you mean?
No,
You
just-
almost had
This
Darcian.
is
You almost had.
Mrs. sided with this giant child-eating spider.
You are tied to things.
Feel free.
You come and go
Feeling
as you
tied.
please, indeed. But you are developing patterns. And you believe things. And in the end, the things that we do and the things that we believe become who we are. But it can also
What's
become a
wrong?
prison for us, can it not?
Maybe. There's nothing wrong with believing things.
Really. Disagree with you there. What if I were to tell you we could get you back to this feeling you've been chasing?
How?
'Tis your freedom you've been looking for. Reaches into his shirt, pulls out a chain. Dangling at the end of the chain is a key. What does the key look like for you, Henry? Because it looks like what you want it to look like.
That is a good question. Kind of looks not really real or solid. It kind of just looks like it looks like light, like a bright shining light in the form of a key.
Very nice. I like that. It just kind of lets it dangle there.
What?
I was literally gonna say that. I was like, it's just white light shaped like a
Hmm.
key.
Yeah.
It could be yours for a small price. A child. It's not a child, you know.
What is she?
Something much more dangerous.
She doesn't seem dangerous.
The most dangerous things never do.
What do you want with her? What will you do with her?
It's not so much what we would do with her, but what we would undo.
The prison.
No,
You would.
even there she would be much too dangerous.
How would I get her to you?
I'm Jess. We all have a type here. DMs after
Mhm.
How I just wonder
Yep.
how would I find you? How would I get her to you?
We merely need to know where she is.
Shit.
Some things are too dangerous to be allowed to exist.
Hmm. If you're waiting for an answer, I'm not going to give it to you.
Very well.
I'll keep searching.
She's like throwing
There's
broccoli and you got
What else can I get? Is this really? Are we just talking about price here?
no. There's,
Pistachios. Lots and
there's-
lots of pistachios.
there's more than one key in the world.
Not all keys open all locks, but
Some dreams aren't meant to come true. But I'll keep
Oof.
trying.
whew,
Ooh.
he just fades away, and you're floating. For a while, you float, and you have some time to think as you float about the decision that you made.
Almost
Bridget.
had her.
I almost had her. I'm getting close. to
No,
You've gotten
Yeah,
closer
bullshit.
every time.
I'm
You've
not
gotten
gonna
closer
give
every
up a
time.
little girl.
You were right fucking there.
If I were a different character,
Closer every time.
Not Henry though.
not Henry though.
Bridget, what does Bridget
So-
usually dream about? If you don't have an idea, yeah, right. She's
Oh my
Darcian.
God, no. No,
I don't think we need to go there.
No.
I have a suggestion if you don't have it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what out of curiosity, what
I am going to say you're back in your hut in rural Massachusetts in the 1600s.
Oh no.
And it's the night they came for you.
Ooh.
yeah, because she isn't over it still.
And you're in there and you're tossing and turning. You ever have been like you're trying to get to sleep and you can't get to sleep, so like you end up dreaming about not being able to get to sleep.
Every night of my life.
You
Yeah.
actually experience that. So like you're in Darcian's, like everything that happened, the moment you had with Darcian, like the summoning Elton, you're all wound up, right? And so you're kind of tossing and turning, but eventually you drift off to sleep. But now you're back in your hut and you're dreaming that you're having trouble falling asleep.
Yep.
And you dream that you hear them coming through the woods for you. Originally, you didn't. They got you while you were asleep. So you hear them coming. And you jump up and you run out of your hut and you run into the woods. And the whole time you're running, you hear like a tremendous like calamity going on in the woods around you, just almost like there's fighting, okay? And you just feel drawn for some reason deeper and deeper into the woods until you get to a hollow. And you know a hollow this hollow very, very well because it's where you first met him.
Okay.
And when you get to that hollow, as soon as you get there, there's a fire burning in the middle of it, just like there is on your very special nights. And as soon as you get cross the barrier of the trees and you get in there, everything is quiet. All the sounds of whatever it was going on happening in the woods that were chasing you are gone. And waiting in there for you by the fire is a very tall, very slender figure in just a beautiful white suit. Beautiful white hair. Perfect tie. Red pocket square. You notice he has very long, elegant figures. He's just kind of like cleaning his nails. And you notice he's got an extra finger on each hand.
Do I recognize him, or is this
Right
still
away.
the mind of Shadow
This is
Bridget?
you
Nice.
right away recognize him.
Okay.
And Arotha looks at you and he goes, "Darling, they're trying to get to you."
Who was they?
Well, the Hollow Men, of course.
I'm not
They cannot
surprised.
touch you because you bear my mark.
Good.
However, we might be able to get to the others. By the way,
What are they-
what's up with the puddle boy?
What, this is not an important moment for that sort of conversation, my lord.
We know how you feel.
This is not an important moment for that, because this is more about the Hollow Man than about my affections.
There's nothing wrong with that. Now, if you want my advice, lead him on, break his heart. It'll be so much fun.
I'm not even capable of getting that close. That's literally a theoretical impossibility.
You forget who you deal with.
Person. I know. I do not.
Anyway, since you don't want to talk about fun things, let us talk about serious matters. The child, how is she?
She is well enough. She is. I mean, we've been keeping her company. She's got some toys and she's been drawing. And so she's well for now. I'd like to continue to keep her safe.
Good. You must. You see, and he kind of walks over to you and just sits. And as he sits, like, it's a beautiful couch just kind of like appears behind him, and he just sits on it
with a nice butt pillow.
No butt pillows. And he just pats next to it and goes, come, have a seat.
She like looks around the forest for a second just in case, and then kind of perches on the edge.
Oh, they won't find you, don't worry. As a matter of fact, I'd imagine that they're having quite a bad time.
Good, they should.
Indeed. You see the child as something light and wonderful. Something that brings a good feeling to you all as you were with her. I know you felt it. You don't need to deny it. It's disgusting to me, but you're still human, so it's okay.
I love this man.
Ew.
I see her as something that survives. Something that crawls its way through filth and disease and war. Always moving onward. And to me, that is beautiful because she has caused so much more pain than I could ever hope to in my lifetime. And for that
you know
reason,
what she is.
Oh, I do, yes. The next question would be, will I tell you? And that answer is no. You must find these things out for yourself. Why? Because it's more fun for me that way. But you are close. I don't know why you summoned that idiot Eldon.
It was
Puddle
suggested.
Boy's influence.
No.
This is why I'm telling you
no.
to break his heart.
It has nothing to do with Puddle. It was suggested that I commune with both sides of the coin, so to say, and both have agreed that protecting her is the best option.
Indeed. Indeed. You see, you understand the red.
I do.
And as much as I hate to admit it, the red is a sun like any other on the path of the suns. So, if there is nothing that is ever created, there's nothing for us to destroy. It's all very perfectly done by the legacy, la-di-da. Now, the Hollow Men, they are outside of that. They are of the dark. They are of the serpent that existed before all of this came to be. And they want nothing more than to return to that state. So they want things out of this world. And they've done it before. They've erased them. They've erased people. They trick people into erasing themselves, which I personally think is marvelous, but I do not appreciate them doing it. But they've
So they
also
want her gone.
done concepts, because we live in a world where ideas are more important than anything else. So if you want to know what the girl is, ask yourself, what is she the idea of? Now, wake up, little Bridget. And with that, you actually wake up.
And she's just like, she's like wedged between two of the lab tables with like a shitty blanket, and just like sits up and just bangs her head on one.
And you hear, are you okay?
Yes, dear, I'm all right. Just woke up. I'm used to waking up in my own bed, not on the floor.
Right, understandable. Well, you can come and sleep with me if you'd like.
Okay. And she gets up and she brings her blanket. I assume
A little-
Ipana's got a blanket already.
Yeah, but a little hand like reaches out to you.
Yeah, and she'll go do the mom thing of lay and let the little girl decide where she wants to exist.
Yeah, you figure that part out. And with that, you drift off.
Bridget
to
Little
sleep.
Spoon.
Yep.
Aw.
You're like, why is this kid so strong?
Yeah, the fucking three in the back of her head are like, what the fuck are we doing? Fine. We get it.
Cuddling the little girl, you're like, my arm, my other arm, the little girl's other arm, another arm. The fucking hand!
It's like, wait a second. Right now, I only have two of those. I see. God damn it!
What the fuck?
And with that, you all wake up.
Oh.
Fray, I'm going to say you're the first one up because you didn't sleep very well afterwards.
Nope, not
And
at all.
you leave and you're heading downstairs, and you get downstairs and you can smell some coffee brewing. And there's the spider sitting on the bar stool. And it's like,
Aunt May,
Wait, how big is this spider?
spider size,
like literally this big.
little tiny
It's
spider.
May.
And it's Aunt May. And Aunt May says, coffee's brewing, dear.
Thank you. Very kind.
Understand you had a bad night. Saw the
Had better.
damage to my wall.
It was like that.
She's already begun putting a web over it that like hardens into actual wall.
You know what? There are other spiders doing that as we
Drywall
speak.
webbing.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
just got
That's so
she's got
cool.
like construction
Little
spiders.
spider construction spiders are doing that. And she
Yeah,
goes,
okay.
Istanbul is very clumsy.
she's just like, hope you got the fucker.
I will.
Something tells me you probably will.
I'll grab myself a cup of coffee with a nod.
That everybody
Wait,
else. I just wanted to have that moment with Aunt May. Everyone else is awake now. What do you guys want to do?
Saw the damage to my wall.
Henry like blasts all the blankets and sheets like off the bed when she like wakes up in the morning.
Right over Darcian.
Just
Darcian's like,
pistachios go flying everywhere.
Every bed that you sleep in is just instantly absolutely full of fucking crumbs, no matter what.
So Istanbul, when he wakes up, he is like completely unnerved. He is trying to run through the dream that he had. He's trying to determine if it was real. But the biggest thing that he's dealing with right now is the doubt that if it was real, that might have been his chance to solve
only
the
chance.
problem that he's literally existed for solving. So
Yeah.
Istanbul goes to he has like a little, I don't know, a fake floorboard or whatever in his house, and he checks, make sure Fray isn't there and nobody else is there. And he goes and he pulls up this fake floorboard and he produces this vial of insert strong, like opium type drug, whatever that would be in this world. And he sits down like in the corner under the table.
Fucking Troy's characters are always either like snorting coke or like choking on potatoes or
I literally was just having a chat. Troy found the horse track again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go on. Troy's got his ketamine.
Fry's got snorting coke or choking on potatoes. He was
We made the joke earlier that everyone plays a type with Jess potentially taking this deal, but it's really just Troy being guns and drugs. Troy.
So he sits down by the windowsill, and you just see like the rays of light from the sun coming up, and they kind of like the warmth of the sun is just not there for him right now, and his mind is a mess, and he doesn't know what to do, and he just shoots up this powerful drug to try to be
I'm gonna
numb.
say that this is not a because the only drug I'm aware of that's in the books is something that actually like aids sorcery, but that's more of an upper. I'm gonna say that this is actually like a downer.
Definitely.
So
Like I said, like an opioid, like
yeah.
like
So we're gonna go with fuck it. I'll just go with the old standby Black Lotus, and you
and the walls and everything are vibrating around me, and it's so loud.
Mm-hmm.
And as I inject this drug, you just see everything kind of starts to fade and quiet down a little.
Okay. Fray, what do you do? What do you do after you get your coffee? You find him up there like a needle in his
give
arm.
Istanbull 5 minutes, and if he's not down here in 5 minutes, I go upstairs. I bang on the door. I remember that he can't hear, and then I just open his room.
You open the door and you see me, and I'm getting dressed in my new outfit, same one that I wear every single day. I'm kind of buttoning the cuffs as they're rolled up, and I turn and look at you and just kind of give you a nod.
Gotta roll. Roll.
You're like,
Ow.
go.
Drag him by a horn.
Yeah, I finish as I'm going through the motions of getting dressed and whatnot, and I say I'll be down in just a minute.
Okay.
I'll head downstairs and I'll ask hey Aunt May, mind if I use your ether phone?
No, go right ahead, dear. Just be careful. The dead can listen in on that shit, Not that I give a shit, they're dead. So I say they might as well have fun listening to what I have to say, but you might, have something private.
Thanks. I'll pick it up and I'll call Bridget, because I have her. I don't know. Bridget's not at her. Are they're portable ether? I got a Darcian's phone number before I left.
You did. Yes. That's right.
I'll call Darcian's crawl space.
Hello, Darcy and I have Hubble.
The hand answers.
I was gonna say the hand answers and just hangs up.
What the fuck? Dial again.
When a hand picks up the phone, is it just like grabs the speaker part of it, and then like I imagine the sound comes from the palm, so just hits it straight into it really loud.
You just see Darcian just wrestling this hand for a phone.
That is exactly what happens. The hands you hear like
yeah. And it just takes something else that I'm holding, and I'm like,
Hey, listen, you little shit. You better put Bridget on. Put Bridget on right now.
Bridget, you're like the
Fray?
hand is just like handing you a phone.
What? And she's just waking up with where an impot. Hello, hello.
Hey, B.
Oh, hey. The hand just gave me the phone. What's going on?
Yeah, I think it's afraid of me.
in the background, just me arguing with the hand, yelling at it pointedly.
Is everything all right? No trouble last night?
I had an interesting visitor over the night, but nothing different than normal for me. Why, was everything all right with you?
Yeah, more or less. Is guest still enjoying their stay?
She's good. She's just barely waking up.
Good. I've been thinking. Think I know a spot where we can make our next move. There's a club called the Annabelle Lee. Some of the pledges, low level wannabe shit with the Holloman hang out there. Maybe we can get some information.
Sounds good. You guys coming down here?
I don't think I should. I think we should meet somewhere neutral without our guest in tow. I wouldn't want to draw any attention.
All right, where do you want to meet?
God, me
Zeros.
zeros.
I was going to say, Christian, I think we went to Constantinople.
Yeah,
because I have connections.
I'm going to address that in a second.
Okay. So maybe there's a connection at one of those places.
Remind me what Zeros is.
The club.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, we will well, I'll see who wants to stay with the little one, and then we'll meet you there.
If she can't be found on her own, she might be better off on her own, lying low without all of us.
I don't know how much of a comfort it is, but if she is here, she's got the hand. That thing seems
grabs
to
the
have
kid, pulls the kid into another.
No. Do you think it's trustworthy?
As Darcian's in the background yelling at it, and it just grabs something and takes off.
In the meantime, you hear it back, like, put that down, in the hands just like with a broom, like.
Smacks Darcian.
I think it would behave in a way that a child's older sibling would, or perhaps younger, with the amount of maturity that this little one has. I don't know, though.
Maybe they can color together or something.
I don't think we should leave Impada alone.
I mean,
I think
And puppets.
we'll figure something out. I might stay with her, but I'll let the others know where to go, where to find you.
Well,
Just-
do
just
staying with maybe
quick-
one of your friends.
Quick, jumping in quick here. You are a Getic. You could summon someone to guard her.
Oh,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
I could
Order up a babysitter.
that is a ridiculous way to phrase it, and yet you are absolutely correct, and it's a babysitter for her and sort of the hand. When Darcian's done arguing with the hand, I'll see if I can use the orb room again for another ritual.
All right, sounds good. I'll say we'll meet in about an hour. Should give you enough time.
Sure, let's do that.
All right, see you soon.
See ya.
Bye.
Anything else anyone else wants to do before I address the summoning of a babysitter? Because you always
I
summon a
actually
demon to
want-
babysit magical.
Just the
Of course.
thing.
I actually want to, and I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but I do want to check in. Obviously, everyone's at my place in the morning, so Darcian would be checking in with everybody. They'd wake up, having also fallen asleep on the big, large Victorian four-poster bed, and from Henri just
will make everyone breakfast. It's just throwing loose handfuls of granola at people.
from Henri throwing the what do you call it? Like all the blankets on them, and wakes up, sees Henri, kind of just goes, "Oh, sleep well."
Sort of. Weird dream. I don't think we should stay here, Darcian.
I also had a strange dream, and I agree. We should be on the move. Let's go check in. with Bridget. And that's when I catch the hand and I'm like, I'm on the phone. Don't do it. And then we fast forward through that.
Yeah.
But I would like Darcian to check in with Apata, specifically not Bridget, but in the vicinity of Bridget, and kind of like look over and give her a smile from like yesterday's bonding moment with the ritual.
Yeah,
She's-
you would have, because you when they went to sleep last night, Bridget had tucked herself in a corner next to lab tables. You come out and Bridget and Impata are sharing blankets on the futon.
Yeah,
Aw,
and
so cute.
and actually Darcian, just because they would think like this, they said, "Oh, if there wasn't enough room, you could have joined us. The hand brought quite a large bed last night. I should have. I'm sorry. I'm not used to people being here.
It's fine.
Except for Henry and the hand, but I don't think the hand counts.
Does the
anyway.
hand sleep?
It just appears whenever.
Yeah, that's
Pleases.
never mind.
But Darcian has brought out their stone statue of Nehebkau. And they lean down and they look at the little duck, right? It was a little duck that Apata was playing with.
It is a
time.
stuffed tiger named Hobbs.
Stuffed tiger. That's right. We had the duck.
The duck was from the
before.
hand. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
hand brought the
tiger.
duck.
Yeah. So
There's
she
a duck
has
there too,
Hobbs.
but she's playing.
Yeah.
She's actually playing with Hobbs and the duck. They're doing some sort of like thing.
Okay, and that's perfect. So Darcian, not being good at playing with kids, probably, but kneels down and they put their little stone statue, which is like creepy compared to the stuffed animals, right? Like this like dead Egyptian god kind of thing, right? Like
Oh, hi.
yeah, exactly. But they look at Apata and they say,
What is the
What-
name
what
of
are
the
they-
god? Just the name of the god again? Nehefkau? Is that how you say it?
Nehebkau. Yes,
Nehebkau. Okay, thank you.
Nehebkaw.
As soon as you put it down,
Mhm.
she's like, "Oh, Nehebkau."
And Darcian's wave-like eyebrows shoot up. Yeah. Dude, you could hang 10 on these eyebrows. Clip
Wood
that.
caps, baby.
Right.
Nice, Amber. That was very nice. For the visual audience, she made her eyebrows wave. For the
Wow.
the podcast audience. Yeah, so Darcian is not surprised, but also surprised by this. And they lean forward and say, "This, you know of Nehebkau?
Oh yes.
It is a story from Shadow.
Hmm.
Do you know about Shadow?"
Oh yes. One of my papas would talk about it.
That makes sense. I'm going to ask you a strange question, Apata.
Okay.
Is there a Nehebkau in the actuality?
Well, I don't know. It could
Fair
be.
enough.
I had a strange dream last night.
Oh no.
Did you have any dreams last night?
I usually don't remember my dreams.
Nor do I, and that's why this one is so strange to me. I think there are threads from us to the other suns to even dreams like Shadow. And I think we all make up a tapestry. And I think you know a bit more of the picture than each of us, somehow.
How so?
I wish I had the answers. I'm relatively low-ranking Vance, but I am doing my best to
Don't
learn
say
as
that.
much as I can.
She reaches out when you say that, and she just kind of touches your hand. And again, when she touches you, you just feel like
that
like
ripple,
ripple,
Yeah.
right? And she goes, "Don't say that. I think you're very smart."
Thank you. But because of this, and because of just how wonderful you are, we're going to take a walk today. Is that okay?
Okay. Where are we going?
And then Darcian forgot that and looks back at Henri and looks at Bridget and realizes they haven't said anything to Bridget yet, and they say, Henry and I think it's best if we move around.
I spoke to Fray this morning. That was the call.
Perfect.
She wants us to meet her at 0, and suggested I summon up a babysitter for Impata.
Is she not joining us, staying here, or?
Fray suggested she stay.
How-
And I am inclined, based on some recent conversations I've had, to agree with her. The Red is keen to protect her.
Red?
You are full of surprises, Bridget.
I don't talk about myself much, so I guess that's just a natural reaction to it.
So in that case, I guess Darcian would look at Impata and say, well, how do you feel about not taking a walk? We have a hand, and soon you
I
will
mean-
have.
A new
I mean,
playmate.
I mean, having a babysitter is good, but if they visited both of us in our dream last night,
Wait, who's they?
Did you have a strange dream last night?
I did. Oh, you're asking Bridget?
Yeah. Hollow men, or I believe what would pass for them in a dream.
No.
I dreamt of myself in shadow, but they were there.
I'm just worried if they can find us. If they can reach us, then they can find us. And if they can find us, then they can find her.
They can't reach me.
I did not give them any information that I believe would lead them to me either, but if you are untraceable, then that seems safe.
I am protected by the Red. Protected by someone quite high up in the Red. And so they fought to try and get to me, but were never able to.
Lucky girl.
We count our blessings.
Blessings. And then Darcian's just muttering under their breath.
If you think it's better I stay with her, I will.
No, you and Fray are friendly. I think if the Red is protecting her and you can't be summoned, or you cannot be traced, I imagine your summons cannot be traced either.
We all work under the same boss. And so with their knowledge, he gets knowledge.
Very well. We're not entirely comfortable with the idea, but I guess at times like these, we must learn to trust the other orders.
We're really not that bad, I promise. Well, we're not that bad, I promise.
Which eye colors said that?
Let me check my list. I have, because they are all specific with specific things. One blue, one orange.
Okay, I literally have a little thing here. I'm trying to figure out stuff about Bridget's eyes.
Holy
Nice.
shit!
Yeah, I'm trying
Yeah.
to figure stuff out about it.
There,
Nice.
I have specific motivations for all of the colors. So when
Nice.
this ends, I will reveal the sequence.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the last episode is gonna have a lot of stuff being like, "What the fuck was that?" and just revealing things, which will be fun. As you're talking about babysitters, you hear the hand behind you like rustling around, Darcian.
Slowly, like my eyes slowly close, and I turn around, trying to remain calm. Open my eyes.
Do you see it, the hand reaching through the window, and it's setting up Candyland, the game? And it's
Thank
just
you,
like,
hand. Thank you, hand. I will bring you back something nice. I don't, and then like you hear Darcy go, I don't know if that's what it wants or not. I try, I cannot figure it out. It is, there's
I
no
mean, it's
logic
doing-
to this thing.
It's doing great. It's brought a duck. It's brought a game.
It understands, but I don't understand it. Well, if we're going to be venturing out, I must. And I cast a spell on myself, but we can go.
May I borrow the orb room again for the summoning?
Yeah, let's
right,
do
yes.
that. Is there anything anyone else wants to do while Fray is doing that? I mean, while Bridget's doing that. I'm sorry.
Do I need to roll for casting this spell?
What is it?
It says level 3, translucent nimbus of energy surrounds my body, gives me +1 armor until the sun sets.
Nope.
Okay.
That's
and
the
I'll
right
spend.
answer.
I'm not gonna spend the 3, so this one is gone.
Okay.
Because I get till sunset, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have done that but come nightfall, we'll see what happens.
You can always cast it again. You have
Well, I
4
can't.
rests. You have 4 rests
Yeah.
a day, so you can
Gotcha.
always Okay. Yes.
I am gonna, before we head out, while we're having coffee and I'm waiting for Istanbull to get ready, I'm gonna cast Conjured Casement, put on my bone white armor,
Okay.
and I'm gonna cast Myrmidon Strength and buff up in case of combat.
Okay.
And then I'll use my 1 hour rest while we're getting ready before we head to zeros
Sure.
to refresh my sorcery.
Henry, you got anything?
I'm gonna eat a lollipop. That's all.
Okay. You eat a lollipop and you think of your dream. Because I
Yep.
almost had
Oh.
you, Jess Cho. I almost had you.
A different.
If I had just
Doing a pound of broccoli, she would have been sold.
Yeah, just like, man, it's just you and this key and this broccoli. It's just like a plate of broccoli.
It's not just any broccoli, though. It is the idea of broccoli. It is the ultimate broccoli. The
You could
all
have
broccoli.
the idea of broccoli.
It's the all broccoli.
Yeah.
Oh, move on.
All right.
The
Istanbul,
all
what,
father of broccoli.
what about you, Istanbul? Do you have anything you want to do? Can't hear you, bud. You're muted.
I'm gonna make my way down the stairs, and when I see Fray and she's ready to go,
When you
I'll-
do, Aunt May is like,
fuck, trying to avoid Aunt May.
Istanbul, get over here.
Escape bomb.
Come
I
here,
kind
boy.
of-
Come here, boy.
I kind of look at her, and there's a profound kind of sadness in my face, and I say, "Not today, Aunt May."
You see like a spider sigh. Goes, okay. Bridget.
And I kind of hang my head low and walk over towards Fray.
Okay. Bridget. You're in the orb room.
Yep. Gets out her
Uh,
chalk, draws her circles. She's got the protective circle and the summoning circle, with the intent of guard, specifically guarding, because it normally it says watches over me, but can I tell it to watch Impata?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
a guard. That would be the guard action. I'm fine with that.
Yep. And I believe I have to double check my order, but I believe I can do up to level 4.
I think it was 3 or 4.
Up to level 3. Level 3.
Okay.
So that's what I'm gonna do.
All right.
And
Now,
one sorcery per level.
if I remember correctly, too, like being close to Darcian.
That
Buffs
buff
you.
is still active.
Yep, that's still active. So
Yep. So because that's just existing. Yep.
Mhm.
So I have the +1 from that. I will use. Oh God, what's the stuff I can use to buff it?
Ask the hand to give you an appropriate sacrifice and see what it brings.
just a chicken.
Are you trying to use a Benny or sortilege?
Actually, if it's a demon,
Okay.
can I use my own blood?
Yeah,
Does that count as okay?
absolutely.
So
Hey, thank you, Doc Void.
Why don't you try and use
Thank
it?
you,
Smart!
Thank you, Doc.
Doc Void is one of my homies from my LARP, my D&D game. I love buddy.
Hey,
Thank you.
glad you're enjoying it, bud.
Friends.
Yeah.
Could you use some hidden knowledge for one Benny?
Use that shit. This is a
Yeah,
short.
We're not playing a whole lot.
How does
so-
that? Oh God, what does that come out of?
It's just a free. You have a pool of it.
Basically, yeah, you have a pool of it, and it's a
It's
free
its own thing.
It's its own thing.
Oh,
I get
fuck.
these 10.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have 10. Yeah, so I'll use one of that. So I'll use one of that. I have my +1 from Darcian. And is it interaction, Benny, that I can use to coerce it? Because I have
Yeah,
interaction
I'll
and
give you
an
that.
enhancement.
That's fine. Yeah. So you don't even need to
Okay.
roll then, because that's 3. That takes care of it.
Yep. Because I have not 3. So that means I'm down to
Your hidden knowledge. You know of an actual babysitting demon.
I know exactly who the demon
6
is.
arms and 12
The
fists.
babysitter. Yeah.
yeah, so she kind of does the circles and like kind of like jabs the fleshy part of her palm and drips a little blood on it and does her incantation and
So you do that, and the candles that you've lit kind of gutter, and the room becomes a little dark, and you hear this sound almost of drumming, like and flames shoot up in the
God.
middle of the circle, and sitting there is a little red figure with kind of a big head for its body, and it's kind of a little hunched over, and it's wearing nothing but like shorts that are almost like too short for it, to be honest with you, and it's got kind of like strange, really sunken little eyes, but 2 sticks in its hand. And you recognize this demon as Ulrich.
Oh my god.
If those are hot pants because it's from hell.
what is this
Hey,
a reference to?
Trust me, no one's gonna nap this kid.
No
No
one's
No napsters. No napsters coming here.
Lars Ulrich, the drummer.
Lars
from Metallica.
Ulrich, drummer
Yeah.
from Metallica.
Oh, okay.
All the things you summon will be musicians.
That's
That's fine.
we're on a musical theme. And he's just like,
just kind of
what's going on? Spins a stick in his hand. I was just with that
Oh my
dick.
God.
I was just with that dick demon Hatfield. And what am I doing here?
you have a protection job today, Ulrich.
Oh. Really?
It'll be fun.
Who am I protecting? You?
No, a friend.
Because we'll kill them all. What?
Oh jeez.
No. A friend of mine.
A friend.
Yes, someone that we want safe.
You're like me and your boss.
Me, your boss.
Really well. Let's see her then.
And she will. I don't know what sort of thing she has to do to allow him to walk out of the circle.
You do it, and he kind of
Okay.
steps out, and he's like, as you go, he's just like, and he just
And
like
she-
drums on everything as you walk out. It's kind of annoying,
The
actually.
hand's gonna love this guy.
Yeah.
Good God. And she walks back out into.
As soon as he walks out, the hand's like,
Oh no.
Are you
and
two
he's like,
great with-
back.
Excellent. Yeah. Ulrich, I guess you know hand.
No, I just thought that was like cool. That's all.
You know
no,
the hand, right?
Hand is
Yes.
great.
Yeah.
Right.
And she gestures over to the little girl. Just, this is your charge for the day. She is to be protected until I return.
Shall do that.
And she looks at Pod and just goes, "This is Ulrich. He's a friend of mine. He'll be spending time with you today and making sure no one else gets to you."
Okay.
He's okay. He does music.
We're gonna walk in and the weirdest fucking band is gonna be
He's kind
playing.
of just jamming.
The band is called Darcian's Crawl Space. And
Okay, but that sounds like a really sick indie band. Darcy
It does
the Girl
actually sound
Space.
really good.
And she just like awkwardly looks at Henry and Darcy and it just
So
For all
as
my-
you do, Ulrich is like leans down to Opada and is like, "Do you need fuel? Do you need fire? What do you desire?"
Oh my goodness. I look at him, I look at this demon, and Darcian says, "Protect the child, nothing else matters."
Oh, nice. He's like,
Nice.
"What are you, the master of puppets?"
Oh man. Yeah, I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna play.
All right,
this
we're done.
one.
You leave.
these
You
are my
leave.
friends.
Okay.
Oh,
This is where we fade to black.
Hey!
Your
All right.
puns are unforgiven.
No.
Okay.
well, what time's Henri at?
Yeah, just timestamp that whole thing.
Just Metallica song puns for the.
And as you leave, you hear Oak be like, "Hey, Candyland, cool!" And they sit down and they start playing Candyland. And you head out.
When we come back and that band is jamming, I just want Apata to be like the frontman screamer, and she's just like, oh, like,
oh, like she's doing like the death metal Cookie Monster.
Yeah, just screaming.
She's like,
Wait, she's that fucking TikTok sound that's like all like the heavy metal crazy music, and then the tiny voice is going, "Disrespect you are surrounded." Do you guys not know what I'm talking about?
Nope, but I love it.
Fucker.
No, you're not 12, Sarah.
Okay, Sarah. Okay,
Sarah.
Sorry.
dial it back a little, Mrs. I've never seen Lord of the Rings. Okay,
Shut the fuck up. This is hilarious.
dial it back a hot second.
Sarah's like, you mentioned like something everybody knows, and Sarah's like, what's Pulp
Obscure
Fiction?
memes.
And then she's like, oh, no, I haven't seen your TikTok, your 12-year-old TikTok meme, Sarah.
Showing the age divide
Yeah.
right here.
Age gap is real, yo.
That's wicked funny. I thought Sarah was gonna say that Japanese girl metal band.
That's what I was thinking of.
I
Yeah,
also love baby metal, so I'm down for
yeah,
that.
baby metal.
So
just
you
mad I-
Space live tonight at Zeros.
individually you leave and get to Zeros. So now Zeros is a Vizsla bar, but it's a bar that's a demon.
Well,
So like
Bar.
the whole bar is a demon. All
You
right.
walk in,
Like a living demon.
Well, a
that's
demon.
very Studio Ghibli.
Yeah. And it doesn't have a set location. You just kind of find Zeros. How do you find it? Because you can. But once you've found Zeros, you kind of can find it again. So you guys wander around for a while, and eventually you find a door in the middle of an alleyway with a sign above it that is like a cowboy with a hat going like this. And underneath it just says Zeros.
That's awesome. I love that.
Zeros also always looks different every time you go in.
There's
Hell
definitely
yeah.
not zeros.
And so you arrive, and you can even meet in the alley at the same time, serendipitously, because this is the actuality and shit like that happens. And you go in and you open the door to Zeros, and there's a hazy smoke throughout the bar, and it's very heavy hardwood paneling, and the floors are a little sticky, and they have like high tops and low top tables, and like people are drinking pitchers of beer and dressed very blue collar. And in the corner, there's a stage with a light and a little karaoke machine. And as you
nice.
walk in, you see
Shotgun Betty.
Charlie, the little hedgehog guy,
Yes.
and the serpent lady. And the rest of the Vizsla are like, they're like, come on, yeah. So like they get up on stage. They get up on stage, and they're like, "Oh," Charlie's like, "I don't really know. I'm not sure about this." And everyone's like, "No, come on!" And the serpent lady's like, "No, we can do it." And hold on a second.
Oh, please be. I want it to be like Captain and Tennille. Like, what's
Hold
that
on.
song?
Siegfried and Roy.
Love will
Simon
keep us
Garfunkel.
together.
No, it's
Let's
even
get
better
up.
than that, Rainey.
Wait, can we play music on the stream?
We cannot,
No.
but Christian can sing. And we can do it very, very quickly, because you're gonna know what song this is like
Like
right the fuck
6 or
away.
8 seconds,
Yeah.
right?
So
Yeah, 6 seconds.
everybody's like, no, come on. And Charlie's like, I don't know. And the music starts, and all of a sudden he's just like, turn around. And the snake woman's like,
Every
every
now
time
and
and
then
then I get a little bit lonely, and you're never coming round.
Oh, you got it. You
Turn
might
6 seconds. 6 seconds.
have.
And so they start singing Total Eclipse of the Heart. And Bonnie Tyler. And so Zeros tonight is a karaoke bar, or today.
Oh boy. I'm glad I'm deaf.
Hold on. No. We have to. No, guys. We have to think about what each of our characters would do for karaoke. Obviously, Troy gets a pass on this, but if your character
Hey, I'm
had
deaf.
to do
I'm not tone
karaoke,
deaf.
I'm pretty sure by definition you'd have to be right. Like
Well, fair.
No, I've
I wasn't
actually
born deaf, so I
the
might be.
vibrations.
Oh,
you can,
by the
like-
way, Rainey, I forgot. Turn a card for us. I'm sorry.
Oh,
But
heck yeah, let's
I
hear
will
it.
say no. I have seen folks who are deaf, whether born deaf or became deaf later, that are fucking incredible singers.
Yeah.
Oh.
That is true. Yeah, I
Yeah.
have too. Mhm.
Oh boy.
What do we got?
Is it a debuff Darcian
Feel
card
the
again?
music.
No.
Darcian just keeps
It is
fucking himself
the-
over with the cards.
The Misunderstood Beast.
Ooh.
It is a
Where is it, bro?
I put it in the next one, I think.
I don't think so.
It
Hold on.
should be there.
The misunderstood.
Oh, there it
beast.
is. Okay.
Misunderstood Beast.
Oh.
It empowers the green and it makes the pale less
Weakens
powerful.
the pale. Okay.
Weakens the pale. It is. I can't tell what that left. Oh, it's a 0 for the symbol. I don't know what the number means, but it is.
It's notions.
Notions. Yeah.
Okay.
I do have one green spell. Okay.
I did not prep a green spell, but I have some. Damn.
How do we know? Oh, the
I
spell
know.
has color on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how that affects Weaver stuff, but
It depends on what you're trying to do. So if I was saying, if you said like, "Hey, I'm trying to do this like life thing," I'd be like, "Okay, that's the green." But we
Gotcha.
kind of have to like decide that as we go.
gotcha.
Sobs. I
No
have no
green.
green, but I have one pale.
I'm trying
So-
to think of what Darcian would sing for karaoke.
He's a Barry Manilow guy.
No, they're
Yeah.
not. No, they
Will,
are not.
Rhinestone Cowboy.
Nah, honestly, I think that Darcian
Crash into me.
Darcian would choose an instrumental track, like and just stand up there.
He'd just be like, just wobble.
No,
liquidly.
you know what? You know what Darcian would put
Wow.
on is some form of post rock. So like either Sigur Rós or like This Will Destroy You, and just stand up there and hope that the music like emotionally moves everybody, and just stand up there.
Oh my
That's,
God.
that's what they put on.
Oh my God.
Everybody go listen to Sigur Rós and This Will Destroy You, or Explosions in the Sky. You guys might know who they are. Post rock rules. Sorry.
Anyway, so you're in Zero's the karaoke bar. What do you guys want to do?
Presume we all grab a table together, probably somewhere
Yep.
like off to the side.
I'm watching Istanbull like very carefully.
Maybe make a perception check. I don't know. Is that how that works? If she's
I
trying
mean,
to pick up.
what are you trying to look for?
I'm just trying to get a sense of his demeanor and see if he had the same dream last night.
Yeah,
Or the same
all right.
offer. I mean.
Ooh, yeah, I'd say yeah, you can do that if you want. I would say
Gotcha.
I'm gonna give that a 7 difficulty because I think Istanbul's probably a hard guy to read.
Ooh.
You betcha.
Yeah.
Ooh. I can only spend 1 Benny, right?
Yep. You can use sortilege too if you want.
I don't have that much sortilege. All right, I will use 1 Benny. Perception. I have a skill in searching for things. I don't know if that makes. a
I'll give you that.
difference.
So
There you go.
that gets it down to 5.
Okay. I got a 2.
Okay. You have no idea.
Nope, no idea.
He looks kind of off. I'll give you that.
I look kind of off, and I will say this: you notice that I'm not really like limping around as much.
Okay.
Feeling
Okay.
no pain.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just watching him very carefully.
I'm always quiet, so me not really talking with the group obviously doesn't seem out of place.
Darcian is pointedly avoiding Charlie and the Serpent Girl.
They're getting very good reviews. It's an excellent.
I
It's an excellent duet. It's a great song. The
Oh, yeah.
Serpent Girl is killing it. I mean, she's leaning right into those notes, and she's got the rasp in her voice because she's a Serpent Girl. So she's got that Bonnie Tyler rasp. So it's yeah.
I will do a quick scan of the room and just look for the exits and kind of count how many people are here.
I would say that for a weekday morning, there's a decent sized crowd in a karaoke bar. But this is the actuality, and this is Fartown where the Visley live, and it's kind of a fucked up place. So time doesn't matter. So people are having a good time, but there is only one exit that you see is the way you came in.
What are the walls made out of, just in case?
The wall, well, they look to be made out of wood, like
I
really
kinda-
dark paneled wood.
I kind of walk over as I'm like kind of scanning, and I
Mhm.
like lean up against the wall for a second. I just kind of like put a little bit of weight into it.
See if it bends a
And I
little.
fucking bust through this if I need to.
Kool-Aid man. If I
Fine,
have to.
it's a demon, so this is interesting. It feels like really firm flesh, like there's a little bit give to it, like just
Like they're flexing their abs.
yeah,
And you're just
like
leaning.
right, and you're just kind of like, and you hear like a
Walminals.
Very good.
So we came here to meet to talk, right? To
Yep.
see if
Mhm.
two of us had a very strange dream last night. I don't know if Fray and Istanbull had the same.
Oh, mine wasn't a dream. I had a visitor.
Who?
So we're
Yours was in the actuality. You had a visitor in the actuality.
I nod.
Who?
can they enter dreams?
Hollow Man. Don't know his name, but I know him. Them, it.
Is there a way to enter dreams?
I mean,
Yeah.
anything can happen in a dream. I don't see why not.
Interesting.
Bridget, who one of the things she always carries with her is her sketchbook, will tear a page out of the back and write on it, "Did you have any weird dreams last night?" and slide it across the table to Istanbul.
okay.
Istanbul recognizes you writing the letter, and he kind of like stands back up or whatever, comes away from the wall that he was leaning against, and he looks at the letter, and just without looking up at you guys or anything, he says, "I'm not really sure what it was."
Did they make you an offer? And I look at each of the people around this table.
Yes. They offered
Ah.
me the other half of the truth that they claim I understand, but I don't think they intended on making good with that promise. So I did my best to not give them anything. I hope.
Were
They
any of
offered-
you tempted?
A little. Knowledge is always tempting, but not like that.
Well, that's good. If we can lead them on, make them think that one of us is a weak link, they'll keep playing at it and not start thinking of an alternative course of action. We should have them on this. We should have them on this path as long as we can keep them there. It'll give us time to get to them.
Camera just shifts to Henry, who's just sweating in her galaxy.
And you're just like that
Meteor
meme, that
shower
meme, that
sweats.
meme of that meme of that like animatronic puppet with the eyes like side eye.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as they think that they have a chance at getting one of us to just give them what they want, they'll keep playing this angle instead of coming up with something new.
You know of them? Is that why they didn't come into a dream for you? Maybe you've met them before.
I almost joined.
Why? For what reason?
Oh,
Why was it appealing?
To some people, feeling nothing is a blessing.
people like me don't fit in many places. They weren't concerned with my peculiarities or my family's. But I got out before making the full commitment.
Christian, are we meeting a contact of mine here, or did we have
Yeah.
a lead of mine?
Give me 1 second here,
Okay.
right? If you don't mind.
Yeah.
What made you change your mind?
They made a mistake. They showed their hand before I was completely hooked and I realized what they really were. They're not infallible. They fuck up.
I mean, sure, they just disintegrated a bunch of people.
I mean, that's a victory on their part.
So wait, are those people? We remember them. It wasn't as if they erased the memory of those people.
I mean,
Do you remember them? Do you remember?
I don't think they were actually people to remember. So,
Yes, Johannes Dasein.
What did he
oh,
look
the
like?
people they disintegrated. Gotcha.
Yes,
What did Johannes look like?
and
It's hard to come
Chris-
up with.
Is it hard to remember?
It's hard to remember.
Do I remember his works? Like the
Yeah.
yeah.
We saw him yesterday.
Yes, I'm not good
Remember
at
what Johannes looked like?
not particularly, but I'm not ever one for judging by looks. I just
I remember
Way-
what it looks like.
Yeah, does Istanbul remember what they look like?
does Istanbul remember that he doesn't remember that thing that he normally gets on everybody? You know what I mean? Like, didn't you?
As
not-
soon as the
On,
person notices
Impala.
him, he loses it. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, it was a Pata. Sorry.
It was
Mhm.
Impala, yeah.
Do I remember what any of them looked like?
You can, but you have to struggle to do it. Like same thing with you, Darcian. You have to struggle to remember, but you can. As you say that,
It's a gradual thing, not something sudden. When
you-
they erase someone, you start to lose them. First slowly, then faster.
As everyone is kind of talking about this, and I'm trying to keep up with the conversation as best as I can. I try to think for a moment about like my mom's face and what she looked like.
you can remember her perfectly.
That's good.
I can't. Maybe that's what happened to me and the person I'm looking for, or thing, or place, or
And as you're trying to remember
Feeling.
that, Istanbul, you kind of gazing off into space, like,
Oh yeah,
Space.
I'm a little space shoddy right now.
and then you're like, hey, wait, is that my boy Sebastian? And you see someone at the bar, and it's a overweight guy, and he's you think that this might have been like a planned karaoke theme sort of thing, because he's wearing like a Hawaiian shirt and cargo shorts with sandals with socks on and a puka shell necklace.
Oh, it's Jimmy Buffett.
But he's like, pretty much. And
I was gonna
And
say
he's-
Marv.
and he's like, no, why do you keep dragging Marv into this?
Marv would never wear a puka shell necklace.
Marv-
okay?
Marv back
That's-
where
well,
he
that's-
belongs.
Yeah,
Marv's
Marv-
where it
the
lost
key.
me.
He's
That's
got
where
the
it
key we're
lost
looking
the
for on
Marv.
his greasy, hairy chest.
Marv's like, you want this key? He's just gonna drop it down his shorts. No,
God damn it.
I never
Got
met
a,
Marv,
a
and I do not
pineapple
want
cup
to.
for his drink.
No, you
you
don't.
don't. Marv is the
Flips it
worst
upside
character
down,
I've
yeah.
ever created. Marv crawled straight out of the depths of hell.
Marv was pretty bad.
Yeah, he did.
Marv was
Marv
bad.
is worse than what's his face, the guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Ludwig.
Ludwig?
Ludwig?
Oh, I was like,
Yeah, Marv was worse than
Marv
Ludwig
doesn't
for sure.
mean Marv
Yeah,
isn't
Marv
malicious stuff.
Marv is not malicious, but he is cringe.
Marv's
and
the best
real.
in all of us.
oh no.
Cringe culture's dead. Marv is
So I
unfortunately alive.
recognize this individual as
This is-
Sebastian.
That's your boy Sebastian, and he's drinking. He's got some drink with like a flower in it, and like like one of those
Nice.
like
Coconut,
fucking
half
Coke-
coconut.
yeah, like one of those things. And he's just
Yeah.
like, and he just
Who is
turns and he makes eye
Sebastian?
contact with you, and he's like, you can't see what he's saying, but he's just like,
Mhm.
hey.
Who is Sebastian? And
He comes to the bar
how
normally.
do I know?
He's a guy. He hangs out a lot at Constantinople. But you do know that he is actually in his day job. He's part of the Hendasa.
Okay.
And what the Hendasa is or does is they are a group of people Some consider them very good. Some consider them very bad. But what they do is they actually voluntarily travel into shadow and awaken Vizsla and bring him back into the actuality.
Ooh.
Like some Matrix level shit. Wake up.
Yeah, that's
Like
exactly
Inception
pretty
almost.
much. Yeah.
I look at the rest
Inception.
of you while still kind of sitting in my little slumped posture, and I said, "The man we're looking for is here."
He's
And I
coming right over.
Are we looking for
I-
a man?
Introduce the group to him. I say,
He's just like, it's the man. What you doing here? I didn't know you like karaoke. You gonna sing?
"This is Sebastian."
What's up?
I like your shirt.
Thanks.
What's
I like
Sebastian-
shadow stuff, you know?
Sebastian is and then I tell the rest of them. What was it? A what?
Hendasa. Hendasa.
Wow,
Yeah.
I wrote down Hendai.
Hendasa.
I was like Hacienda.
Yeah.
which is a thing.
He's a Hyundai.
Hyundai.
Happy
He's a
holidays.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
I say, your drink looks a little low. How about I top it off for you?
Hey, have you guys drank the high water here?
Looks at Darcy.
Darcian goes. Darcian takes a sip and just goes, "I ordered a water. Is this? Oh no,
No. And he's like, yo, Zero. Like, yo, high waters for all my friends here. High waters.
What?
I don't.
I'm so sorry. What is a high water?
It's a drink.
Istanbull actually looks at you and he goes, "They're good."
So excellent. So this this waitress comes over dressed like this is like a Texas Roadhouse karaoke bar. So
What
that's
if-
like the shorts with the cowboy
Dressed
boots.
like a Texas Roadhouse waitress.
No, not
Yeah.
Texas Roadhouse, but like a
Very-
Texas actual Roadhouse, like in Texas, not the steak place with the
Gotcha,
bun.
gotcha.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Like every
Uh,
supernatural roadhouse like in the show.
Right.
Yeah, like,
Yeah. So, but she brings over these. How many do we have? 6 of you, 5 of you. 6 because he gets one too. It's a tall glass of clear liquid, and she's just like high waters, and she just sets one in front of everyone. And she's like, now the tradition in zeros is that you gotta down your first one in one shot. Okay.
Done.
Oh, don't be a sissy girl. You're gonna be able to do it. Come on, now.
Henry's going for it. Henry's going for it.
I already know the drill.
Bridget
Okay.
Bridget looks to Fray for guidance.
I'll lift the glass to my lips, kind of quirk an eyebrow, and say cheers, and I'll start drinking. And the water where it touches my lips starts like streaking red, like blood is spilling.
It doesn't because this is alcohol.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Darcian looks at Bridget for bravery and strength. For some reason, just looks and goes like,
Because she looks to Fray and then she looks at Darcian and she like awkwardly does a cheers.
So you all
Oh,
down it. You all
cute.
down it in one.
Found it. We're gonna be fucked up.
It
Okay.
looks like a weird dilution, like in Darcian's like face and throat. Like it's
Nice.
like it looks very strange.
It's like when you go to when you see underwater, like in underwater caves and stuff, where there's like an underwater stream where the heavier salt water is like.
Yep, exactly.
I will
Yeah.
say Darcian because they looked at Bridget will notice one of her eyes is yellow.
Oh, yellow.
One is
Okay.
Bridget's blue, but one is yellow.
So you all
That's the
And
demon
they're
that-
cross-eyed.
you all drink the drink,
Oh my gosh.
and it's honestly mediocre. Not a really great taste. You all down it. You finish it. You put the glasses down. You all look at each other, and then as one in unison, you didn't think this. It just kind of comes out of you. You all say, "We made the wrong choice." And Sebastian just cracks up, and so does the waitress.
That
And
was
she's
not.
like,
Yep.
you get it, high water. You chose between hell and high water. You made the wrong choice.
Jesus, get out of here.
That's
I give her
actually
a-
in the rule book, but that's a drink. It's
give her a
real.
tip and I say leave.
All right. She's like,
Bridget just really quietly goes, I made the other choice a long time. Never mind. That's not relevant.
And Darcian's overthinking it. Like, wait, should we go get the babysitter? The babysitter was the wrong choice.
so no, what's up? That was good. It was funny, right? It's fine. I never get tired of that. So anyway, what's up, bro?
We need some information.
Okay. Just like serious shit. Hold up. He just grabs a chair and like swings it around and like Riker sits on it. Stole that from you,
Fucking
Sarah.
Riker's in.
And he's like, "What's going on, bro? What's good? What do you need? Sebastian's got you."
You're too close to me.
He just backs up a little.
And I say,
Henry also backs away from his
Yeah.
temple.
I say, Waterman, you talk to him.
Yeah. So Darcy looks at Istanbul and goes, "What am I supposed to talk?" And then looks at Sebastian, right?
Mm-hmm.
What am I supposed to talk to this person about? Like the Hollow Man? How much information do I give this person?
Sebastian is a friend. He can be trusted.
Very well. I recount not in full detail, but because I don't talk about Apata specifically.
Mm-hmm.
But I talk to Sebastian and say, we've attracted the attention of a group we believe to be the Hollow Men.
Oh,
Been
fuck.
approached in our... Yes.
Yeah, no.
that's-
Those are those dudes who like blew up that boring ass. Well, I'm sorry. That thing at the Vance campus, right?
Yeah, and at that, like,
Babes is nervous.
Darcian physically winces when he says boring and like talking about the Vance. Well,
He brings
some
out
would
like a
argue-
vape pen and just vapes while you're like
Yeah,
wincing.
well, some would argue that conversation might have been important to someone somewhere, but regardless,
Either way, it was a shame what happened. I will say. that.
yes, exactly. And now they seem to be targeting
Yeah, they're
those
fucked
who are
up.
present.
No
we
shit.
would like, yes, we would like to know if there's any way to, if lose their attention or sever the tracking that they may have the ability to do now that they...
I mean, I can't help you there, bro. I mean, that's got to be some magic shit. I'll tell you that, like, sometimes they're trying to always get and infiltrate the Hindasa
Mhm.
because, like, they kind of see that they say they do the same thing that we do, right? Because they're on this bullshit.
Yes.
They're on this bullshit that, like, we wake
Oh.
people up from shadow, but they're saying that, like, this is shadow too, and it's all a big lie. But, like,
Okay,
fuck those
well,
guys.
so actually I have a question about that. If the Hindasa strictly go to shadow, which is a dream,
Right?
in our dreams here in actuality,
Yep.
is there a similar way to enter those that the Hindasa,
Yeah, man. It's the blue.
the blue?
Right.
So if we were approached in our dreams,
Dude, have you ever heard that? The blue.
You act like you have read a book.
Yeah. You would know. I'll give you this, Darcian. You would know
Okay.
that the blue sun is like dreams and the subconscious and things like that. There's a part of the blue called the deeps of sleep where supposedly dreams exist, right?
Oh,
Fairy
I
tale,
would know
yeah.
this too.
okay,
Yeah, you
so
would
then
know
we
that. You
have-
would absolutely know that too, Henry. Absolutely.
Okay, so then we know that they were there when we dealt with them last night. Presumably,
Yeah,
that would have
probably.
been their physical location in the actuality. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Can we reverse the tracking? Like, they seem to know where we are or
That's fucked
where to
up.
find us mentally or anything like that. Is there any
Mm-hmm.
form of does the red have any sort of person finding?
Listen, I don't know shit about demons and I don't wanna, but I'll tell you that the problem with them, because we've tried to like go back after them when they like, try to get into the
Yep.
Hindasa, is
Sure.
that so they're fucked up cats, man. And what they do is they're like erasing who they are.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
So
right.
like the way
Makes
you
tracking-
find someone and the way you do
yeah.
divination is you know something. Like you know this, and he says to Bridget, like what's like a true name, right?
Right.
Yeah, true name, you can summon someone you got power over, right? But even if you just know like who the person is because they got an identity, you can find
So
them.
Darcian
But if you don't
Fray
have an identity-
immediately.
then you can't be found. It's hard.
Fray?
I know a club where they hang out.
That's a start.
Or like, the aspirants hang out. We could always, nab a couple of them and squeeze them till they squeal.
That's certainly your take on it. Yes. I'm honestly, I look at Istanbul and say, oh. No, I was thinking like, do these people could we go to the shadow and find them using the Hindasa? You know what I mean? But they're already,
Yeah, they're probably not.
yeah,
in the
they're
shadow.
not. They're not there. Obviously, they're back in the
Yeah.
Actuality and erasing stuff from both sides.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I got nothing. I'm supposed to be smart. My character's smart. I'm an idiot. I don't know what to do. I don't know.
If they can track us in the blue, can we get to the blue and get them while they're trying to get to us?
Blue is probably really hard to navigate, though.
I think I could do it.
I mean, I've been to a different sun before, never blue, but
We go there every night.
in a different way. Like, I've never been able to explore dreams other than my own. Granted, they can't seem to get to mine, so perhaps I could get to someone else's and catch them in the act.
Sounds
Not a bad
intrusive.
plan.
I don't know. I'm just throwing around ideas.
It's not a bad plan.
I'm down to go to the blue.
I've been there before.
What's it like?
Ah, yes, our sun traveler, Henri. Tell us all about it.
I don't know, Christian. What is it like?
It's hold on one second.
What is the blue like?
What is the blue like? Oceans of thought and dreams.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a weird place. Some of the blue,
Ever-changing.
some of the blue is it's like a sea, right? Some of it's very calm and very relaxing, and some of it's very troubled. Some of it's like the subconscious. It's very deep and dark and weird. The deeps of sleep is an extremely weird place because dreams are there.
Amber,
Yeah.
you're muted.
And
You're moving.
nightmares.
And nightmares is absolutely correct. So those are actually two very good leads. So you have a place where some of the guys hang out, and you could squeeze some if you wanted, or you could research a way to get into the blue. Which I will say, Bridget, you have through your association a spell available to you. I don't know if you put this on your sheet, which is a version of a spell called Color Door, which you can use like free of cost one time, which gets
I
you
know
to the
it-
red. You have
I
a
was saying,
one-way.
it only
you-
gets me to the red.
You have a one-way ticket to hell, basically anytime you
Yep.
want. But but that's you know that it's possible to travel suns that way.
Yes. Yeah, she knows she's been to the red, but she has no idea if it's different to get to the blue.
One of the qualities of my spells is other universes.
Mhm.
I don't know if
Yeah.
that means
I would
other
I would
suns.
allow you to weave if you wanted to weave a gate of some sort. I would be hard, but I would say you could do it.
I could possibly help you with that.
And
I
I would
mean-
say that would make it easy because
there.
you got two weavers a weaving. Two weavers weaving.
And a
I don't-
person
yeah.
One
in
And
of
a
my-
child in a box. Okay.
Oh gosh.
One of my like, what do they call them? Aggregates is challenge.
Mhm.
So I mean, I'm
What's your other one?
winter and tower. I have 3.
Mm.
Jess, what are yours? Winter hibernation.
Yep.
Sleep. Sleep.
Oh, mine is sleep.
Oh,
Mine-
Jess,
Oh,
Mine is
Jess-
sleep, infinity, and
literally have
wind.
sleep and other world.
Correct.
What are you doing?
Correct.
Like,
Hen-
you
this
have-
is
That's why I
Henry's.
was asking.
Yeah, Henry's got this for sure.
That's why I was asking. Yeah, infinity is my other universes, and sleep has dreams and nightmares.
So what if we go to the club, nab one of the
Oh,
wannabes,
to lead us?
one of the
Ooh.
low guys, yeah. Put him in a bad sleep and then follow him where he goes.
Hmm.
I like that idea.
I can work with that.
A
Okay,
bad
I like
sleep?
that.
You don't want to give him a good dream?
I think she means force him to sleep.
Oh, I mean, I can
Yes.
just put him to
Oh,
sleep.
fuck to sleep.
Istanbull pulls out his brass knuckles.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
we see Henry starting to cast a spell, and then Istanbull and Fray just punch this.
Wow.
dude.
Frey's
head's just
fists
like,
can
"What
be
up?"
very persuasive.
Okay, that's a good idea. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we can go get ourselves a guide.
I can, yeah, anchor it to
Like
him.
calls to like, right?
Mm.
They have the same aspirations and thoughts and ideals on the mind. It should aim us in about the same place.
A little beacon of assholery.
Yes.
Clip that.
A little beacon of assholery.
Wait,
Yeah.
is it? Are they acting like a GP asshole? GPS. Never mind.
Oh.
Never mind.
Yes.
Never mind. Never mind.
No, that was
Oh.
good. That was good.
Almost. You need an S word.
Yeah. All
Uh,
right.
Istanbull looks at Sebastian,
Mhm.
and he stands up and he goes to like turn away from the table and head towards the door. Seems like we have a plan in place. And as he stands up and walks past Sebastian, he puts a hand on Sebastian's shoulder and he says in a low tone, "Any word on her yet?"
Sorry, friend. Trying, man. I'm really trying.
Oof.
I know you are. Thank you.
He gives you like not a bro hug, an actual hug. Like, come in tight here, bro. And like, you know.
I
It's
don't
the good-
reciprocate. I kind of just keep my arms down by my side,
Yeah.
but I allow him to
So,
hug
you know,
me.
you make it awkward, but he doesn't care.
Yeah,
He knows.
that's
And then he's
Sebastian.
like, and then he's
Dude.
just like,
He's a good person, which is why I
he's like, listen, man, good luck. All of you. Watch out for these fuckers are bad. All right.
be careful, Sebastian.
And then he's like, I will be. Then he turns around and he's like, cheeseburger in paradise, anyone?
Oh,
And the
no.
crowd's like, hey. Okay.
That's our cue. I walk
Yeah.
towards the
Yeah, yeah.
door.
When
This
you're
is-
deaf, you're safe.
This is my plug for Escape to Margaritaville the musical. Genuinely a fucking entirely fun time. Shouldn't be, but it is.
Hey, time out. Did Jimmy Buffett write that?
It's a jukebox musical.
Okay, gotcha.
It's with his songs, and
Yeah.
it's stupid but fun, as a Jimmy Buffett musical should be.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah. So you head
go to
out.
the club.
You're going to go to Annabelle Lee. All right.
We're going clubbing.
So it's daytime still, but that again doesn't matter in Fartown. You walk out to the fall of Fartown. It's a cloudy day. Leaves are blowing. A little rainy today. Rain turns red as it mists around Fray as you walk.
Oh, that's creepy.
Which looks particularly striking because on the fact that every square inch of my skin is like bone white right now.
Yeah. So she looks like a bleeding statue. Like when you see like the statue of like the Virgin Mary is like bleeding and everyone's like freaking out. That's what she looks like. As you go, you see some butterflies, and they just like freak the fuck out when they come near Henry and like run away. Wasn't that your quirk?
Either.
Was
Yeah,
it? Was
it
it?
is.
Yeah, it was butterflies and goats. Yeah, I just realized I never worked that in. Yeah. So you walk and you go to the edge of Fart. So Fartown is its own like pocket dimension, and at the edges of it is something called the bleed, where it just bleeds into nothingness or some sort of other reality. And it's actually dangerous. Like people will get drunk or whatever and wander off into the bleed and just disappear.
While rolling up, having just chugged the fucking high water.
And actually, it actually doesn't have that effect on you. It's just
Okay,
to
good,
make you
good,
say
good.
that stupid thing. It's a joke. It's a zeros joke. So you find that you remember Annabelle Lee is all the way out, kind of almost on the edge of the bleed, in a district where there are a couple like rundown bars and collegey bookshops and stuff like that.
Okay.
And when you get there, you see out front there's a sign that says Annabelle Lee, and it's in very Gothic, it's like a wooden sign. It's very Gothic type, and there's just a raven like carved over it.
It's that Microsoft Word chiller font.
Yeah, and you go in, and it is very very dark, deep purple curtains,
Nice.
plush, like deep plush like seats and things like that. A lot of people dressed all in black. But like Gothic
Goth
black,
bar.
Gothic,
Goth
yeah,
Very
Gothic,
Edgar
Goth-
Allan Poe.
very Edgar Allan Poe. And there's someone up front with a microphone, and they're sitting on a little stage, and there's a microphone. You don't see a bar actually. It's a room. There's a microphone. There's someone on a stage and reading, and it's
Is it slam poetry hour?
I was a child and she was a child in this kingdom by the sea.
Uh,
But we
It's
love with a love that was more than
poetry.
love. I am my Annabelle Lee. Everybody claps their hands. And you realize as you do that they're actually feeding off the poetry. This is what's called a prosody in the actuality, where there are restaurants where you go and eat food. There are restaurants you go to eat magical food. And these prosody, I'm trying to say, I'm not saying it right. Prosody, you feed on a concept, a feeling, something like that. They're feeding off of Edgar Allan Poe's poetry.
Gotcha.
Experience.
I did have a question in Zoom chat from Sarah. Bridget wants to know what Darcian's fit is today.
Yeah,
Very
yeah, we got
important.
Very
Um,
important. Darcy's
yeah,
the
yeah.
most fashionable.
Because he was going out to a bar and now a club, especially because of this this Gothic club. They're doing a slight variation on their slim fitting like black suit. Normally they have like long coattails with a petticoat and like a watch chain and like frilly neck. But this time they're doing it and it's just like all black everything.
You went goth.
Just like I was like, I need to fit the mood, and I did a little twirl, and it's just a slim fitting all black suit with a bow tie that is like mostly black, but it has like threads of like deep red in it that you catch every once in a while.
You are getting 4 demons to fall so in love with you all over again.
So you know,
Oh, Doc Void saying
Yeah,
Doc Void saying he wish he had character art.
Wish we
Yeah,
did too.
yeah, I wish
Yeah,
we
so
did
do we.
too, man.
Feel
I
free,
wish we
man.
did too.
Awesome.
These characters in
Feel free,
particular.
yeah.
Someone draw us
Dude,
even
for it, thanks.
fingers.
If I saw Darcy in fan art, I'd be like, yo.
Yeah. There's certain characters I would cry if I saw fan art of, and my girl Bridget is one of them.
Mhm.
Aoife, just a giant thick
Eva
ass.
is also one of them.
Thighs,
I know
yeah.
the
Little
world
critter.
needs to know how
Thighs that
thick
could
she
crush
is.
coconuts.
Tree trunk thighs, dude.
And an ass that can't quit. Listen, her
God.
thick thighs got 2 people to fall in love with her at once.
Yep.
During
Same
the
moment.
during the same red misting of the bat monster.
Aoife's ass was actually the model for Johannes's butt pillow.
No.
Now we brought it all together. Okay.
Oh, poor Aoife. Pure of heart.
And Marv
Yes.
was the greasy salesman.
Marv is like, I mold these butts, you know.
I agree.
Marv takes the butt casts.
Marv definitely has a chair in his
fucking
condo.
slapping plaster on asses. Oh my god. This hold still. I gotta get this. All right.
God.
What the fuck? Anyway, so you're in this.
Their backup business endeavor.
Yeah, I'm gonna just reread some poetry to wash Marv out of my mind.
Let's,
Hold on.
let's, oh man.
God damn it.
All right, so
And this was the reason that long ago in this kingdom by the sea, a wind blew out of a cloud, chilling my beautiful Annabelle Lee. Okay, so that's what's going on in the background. And you're in there. Now you know, Fray, that there's a bag.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna scan
Yeah.
the forward of the club right now, just in case anybody's hanging out up here that I recognize or looks of the particular sketch that we are seeking.
I've got my hands in my pockets, by the way, and one of them has the brass
The
knuckles,
knuckles.
on.
No, you don't recognize anyone.
All right, I'll
They just look like a bunch of either Getic, mostly Goetic, or some Vance, like wannabes. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you know what I do as we enter?
Mhm.
I try to kind of make my way just a little ways away from the rest of the group, and I do a quick scan of the room, and I try to get that quick read on everybody before anybody pays attention to me. And I'm actually looking for someone that I don't get anything from.
Okay, so you run your eyes across the crowd, and you get you pretty much get stuff from everyone. They're just this is just these do not seem to be, these people are just here for the
These dudes look like they're gonna listen to this poetry, then they're gonna go home, they're gonna summon a dead girl and then read sad poetry to her.
Oh man!
and they're gonna call the dead girl Lenore,
And then the dead girl's gonna be like, please don't call me again.
and they're gonna be like, repent,
And then Fray's gonna
repent,
be like,
and then they're gonna
right.
wait a poem about the fact that the dead girl doesn't want to talk to her anymore.
Yep.
As I play weak and weary.
Oh my
once upon
gosh.
a midnight dream.
Yep. Oh. All right. I will lead my crew to the back.
Okay, so you go in the back, and there's a door with like one of those things.
Ooh.
Do the little knock. Wrap my knuckles.
Okay, the opens, and there's just darkness there, and you hear a voice from the back, and it goes, "In darkness, one kindness, one moment. Tell me what you believe."
Believe in nothing. Never really had to.
Door unlocks.
Can I lock that back door that we went through behind us
Yeah.
so that we can't be followed from the main bar?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you shut it behind you.
Holy shit, Rainy. I just saw the chat.
Thank you.
This is good.
Thank you. One day we will share these Zoom chats for the low price.
Give us $5. And all this and more can be yours.
It's mostly just very inappropriate jokes.
All right. I will lead the way through the door.
Okay, it is just a kind of a back office sort of thing. You do see some serpent statues and things of like that nature. One of the things they were really big into was snakes for some reason. So there's some motifs of that in the back and darkness. You do hear some like rustling and something from an office down the hallway.
That does ring a bell in Darcian's head, though, just because they mentioned the serpent in my dream about how it's always a bringer of knowledge and things like that. So Darcian makes their way to these serpentine symbols throughout the room just to kind of like take a look, pull on them, see if there's anything interesting about them.
So it's really there's some like paintings they have on the walls. Paintings. So imagine like I don't know the name of the painting, but there's a Renaissance painting which is like Even the Serpent, I think is what it's called.
Yep.
So that's one. You have a depiction of the serpent like gnawing on the base of the world tree, and some are just
German
like
dogger.
just serpents, right?
Cool.
Just serpents or dragons. Yeah.
Okay.
Quaddles.
Just like a shitty
Istanbul looks there's nobody in the room though that you said.
This is a hallway. You see it goes straight. There's like you can see there's probably like a hangout area, and then like a door kind of on the left as you go down the hallway. You can hear something in that door.
I kind of touch one of the snake like statues, and I just kind of like run my hand along it, feel like the intricacy of the scales and the craftsmanship that went into creating this.
Are you trying to read it?
Nope, I just admire it.
It is just a wooden carving of a statue.
Oh, I should mention then that my quirk is whenever I touch wood, I get a brief vision of the tree it came from. So
this was an oak tree from a forest, and it lived a very happy life. Had a nice family of squirrels that lived in it for a while. It was very happy.
that's
kind of
nice.
watched them get old, and then
Nice.
eventually it got cut down, carved into a serpent.
Big sweaty lumberjack.
Did you say a snurpin?
a snurpin.
A snurpent. Got carved into a snurpent.
A snurpin.
The snurpin.
That's
That's who are
snurpin.
going.
When we-
When
when we revisit Avatar ever, if we do, that's a new animal hybrid, the snurpent.
In fucking UA's animal,
A
Rue's
snail
animal
snake.
sanctuary.
Yeah, it's a snail snake. So it's a snake, but there's a shell down the whole thing.
Oh jeez.
It's terribly ineffective at movement.
Oh jeez.
But poisonous
He's
as
an
shit.
apex predator.
So anyway, back on track.
Anything.
Back on track. There's a
Totally useless.
office to the left and like a hangout area down the end of the hallway.
It's like
You
a
can
hot
hear
dog and a
somebody.
hot dog.
You can hear someone in the office.
Oh, I will. I'm gonna quietly walk closer and see if I can drop some eaves. Just
Can
enough.
I
This is relevant.
weave speech and capacity to see if I can make it like louder on our side of the door?
I can also, I have a spell
What do
that
you mean?
allows me to see through doors.
What do you mean
So-
louder?
Just make like whatever they're talking louder on our side
It's
so we can
not
hear it louder.
necessarily talking as much as
Talking?
it sounds like
Mm.
somebody rustling, just working.
Mm.
Right.
As we make our way down, and Bridget probably would have done this on her way over, but I'm just gonna cast Refutation of Threat on myself so that the next time I'm attacked, it poofs as it
You did it on.
that first
You did
time.
you did it on the way over. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Istanbul, you said something about see-through door.
Yeah.
You see through.
I
doors.
have a spell that allows me to see through doors.
Okay. The
That's
door.
handy.
There is. So to set the stage, you've come through a door. There's a hallway. You're in the hallway. There's a lounge and there's a doorway. There's no door there. It's open.
Oh.
Okay. I got you.
Mhm.
I mean, I can also, it allows me to see through walls too, I believe. Let me just double check. So the spell is called,
I'm gonna say it allows you to see through walls.
it's called Cryptesthesia. It's a second level spell. With a
Mhm.
wave and a word, I see beyond the wall, door, or other barrier that I touch for as long as I touch it, as if I stood on the other side.
Okay. You can see through the wall if you want. I'll allow that. Is it a hold on a minute.
It's a level 2 spell plus 1 die.
Is it a green or a pale spell?
Ooh.
No, it's indigo.
Okay, cool. All right, so that's just you roll the cast as you want. You need to spend 2 sorcery to cast that.
And you roll that magic die and hope you
roll
don't
that
flux
magic
it up.
die and hope you don't flux.
Should we get a new
Flux it up.
should we get a new Sooth or no?
You know what? Yeah, this is a new area. Give me a new card.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. All right, here goes.
All right, so first die is going to be the regular die. I don't know what the difficulty is, but
Oh, this is so good. Suspicious Hound.
Oh, nice.
It's
What's
Indigo is boosted.
Indigo is boosted.
Good.
And Gray is weakened, and it is a visions based Sooth.
Perfect.
that's awesome.
I
So,
like that.
so the spell I'm casting is indigo.
Mhm.
So does that
And it's
mean I
about
will
vision.
get an additional die, or what do I do?
It means that it's easier for you to cast. So it only costs
Yeah,
you
it's
one
one step.
It only
Adventure.
costs you 1 sorcery. No, that's yes. It only costs you 1
Yeah.
sorcery to cast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so it costs me 1 sorcery, and what does the plus 1 die do? Does that
so
mean I
you-
roll a second
Roll
die?
a magic
Just,
die.
just yeah, roll a magic die just to see if you flux.
All right,
it's
so
not- you're
my
not
regular
resisting
die-
it.
My regular die was a 6. I got a 6 on the first one, and then my magic die is an 8.
Okay.
No
sweet.
flux. So
Good job.
you put your hand on the wall and you can see into it. And sitting in that room, it's an office, and it's pretty barren. I mean, some more snake shit. A desk. Someone sitting at the desk with a
Snake shit.
like a cup of tea, and he's dressed also all in black. But it's you know how like sometimes you get in college towns and like college bars or college bookstores, like there's someone who just like should have left but didn't. It just stayed there and they're too old. So that's
yeah.
what this guy is. It's he's still wearing like the black poofy silk shirt, but it doesn't. He's kind of pudgy. It doesn't fit him as well anymore. And he's got hair that is actually just a writhing mass of like shadows, which should look cool, but it looks just kind of greasy and weird on him. And he's got like
bald spot.
he's got it's
got a
it's
shadow comb over?
It's a shadow comb over, and he's tried for the Edgar Allan Poe mustache, but he can't quite make it. And he's got some like silver rings on his hands, and he's just like sitting there like just like looks like he's
In a
balancing
world
books.
where Darcian can put a legacy orb inside their head, this man cannot pull off an Edgar Allan Poe mustache. That is what we are up against.
Yes.
I want to. You did a good job describing things. I want to make a perception check and use a point of sortilege
Mhm.
to try to see anything I want to try to.
Him and he hasn't perceived you yet. Troy.
Yes, that is true. So you learn a fact about him. First of all, he's there, so he's not hollow. But you know that he is he's very, very worried about his association with something. He's scared.
I have a +1 for seeing through deception and a +1 for searching as well. Can I make a perception check to search for any other either objects of interest, especially because I have an affinity for non-living things, or to pick up on any other clues about this person, maybe the way that he's sitting, maybe the way that I check what hand he's holding the teacup with, like all of these little things to give me any more information I can about
And
him.
you're going to use a point of sortilege. So roll 2 dice.
Point of sortilege,
And I'm going to give you a difficulty of 5, but your skill takes it off, so it's a 4.
4? Okay. So yeah, I got a 9 on my first one and a 1 on my second one.
Wow,
Nice job. So you notice in the back a box.
What is special about
Is it
this
wet?
box that drew
Is
my
it
It is not. It is not wet.
Is it
and
wooden?
It is not wet. It is not pulsing. It is not wooden. It is a stone box.
There's
just kind of like
stands
a-
on the
Oh,
edges.
so it's
Stone
Satana's box.
Real, it's my box.
Almost
Yeah.
more like a chest, but it's open. You just notice it kind of sitting in the back.
Okay.
Ooh.
I break my connection, or actually I keep my connection with the door. And while I'm looking through the door, I gesture for someone to come close to me.
Okay.
I'll do it.
I whisper in your ear everything that I have seen and observed. And then at the end of the sentence, I do the whole bull thing.
Awkwardly and silently, Darcian is right behind both of you and just goes, should I take him out from here?
What do you see?
I think Darcian, who last time they tried to take someone out molded their clothes. I'm like, look at them like.
No. I got this one. Trust me.
I have a better idea. I'm gonna walk into the office. Just walk in there. I'm gonna
I'm
cross
keeping
my
it-
arms, standing behind this guy, and I'm gonna say, "You're right. You are in trouble."
So he's facing the doorway, but so you walk in and he's like kind of writing, and he looks up and he's like, Fray. And what did you say?
I said, "You're right. You are in trouble. Associating with them was a bad idea."
Yo, Fray, no, it's cool. You recognize this guy. You didn't see him till you walked in. Istanbull did. You recognize this guy. He's Fenric is his name.
Rick.
Fenric. So Fenric,
Almost
I hate
like
that
Fennec,
name
which is an
so
adorable fox.
I don't know why. I hate it.
I was like, why does Fenric sound familiar to me?
It's like, I think of it like a combination between Fenris, which I love, and like funnel cake. I don't know why
see,
I combine.
I liked it because it just
Fen-
seems like a scummy, like Dickensian name.
Yeah.
Fenric
That's the
seems like
vibe I
some
get.
guy who would be like, you owe me money in a Dickens book.
Fenric.
So it's like just a good dickhead name.
Okay.
So you know,
Scrooge vibes.
yeah. So you
Apologies
know
to any
Fenric.
Fenrics in our fan base.
So you know Fenric. He is not a Vislate, actually. So he was a hanger-on of Hollow Men who usually only take people who can do magic. Fenric is what is called a zealot, which is somebody who has a magical ability, but they're not necessarily wizards. So he has one. His ability is to create shadows.
Not well enough to cover that bald spot.
Wow,
Nope.
Ricky, you're still
in
hanging
the
out
form of
here.
toupees.
He's like, don't hurt me, please. And he just kind of like falls over himself.
Oh, he's a squib.
How much I hurt you is going to depend entirely upon you. I'm going to stalk forward very aggressively.
He's
I
like,
will also
"Shit,
walk
shit,
in at this
shit."
point.
And he's trying to like reach for something in his chest, in his like a chain.
Don't even.
I-
You will regret that.
He's just
I can I walk in at this point and I just
Soon
head
as-
straight for the box in the back. I just disregard him and head straight for the box.
okay. It's a big stone box, like a large, very large box. It's open. You don't see anything inside of it. Outside of it has some very interesting. What's the word I'm looking for?
Carvings, runes.
Yeah, carvings,
Artwork.
artwork.
Mm,
I would say the artwork, you don't know how much you would know about it looking at it. This interesting looking figures is what I can say for you.
when I touch the object, what do I feel? Anything strange?
Are you going to try to use your ability to do so?
Fuck, I should. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
use my the one that costs 5 points, where I basically like I speak to it and can communicate with it.
Mhm.
I'm not using the one that animates it and makes it alive. I'm just
Okay.
talking to it and stuff.
Sure. So spend your sorcery, and you touch it, and you get this sense of how very, very old this box is. Don't, Rainy. You're gonna make me. Do
Yeah.
It's a dusty,
Rainy.
dusty old box. No, it goes way
How
back.
old is the box, Christian?
This is as old as the world,
Oh.
and it was an important
Which-
Is
box.
it a child-sized box? Would you say?
It is a box that can hold a child-sized thing.
I ask it what
the
secret-
box.
I ask the box. I say, "What secrets have you to tell me? What stories have you to share?"
I have held so much for so long, but now I hold nothing.
You're an empty vessel.
Once I held back the evils of the world. Now no longer.
To be without purpose, it's a difficult thing.
It is.
Child.
Mm-hmm.
Impata. What does that name mean to you?
She was the worst of what I held.
In what way?
Is what I was told. Sir, I'm a box.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
I say,
Or on a pen.
and you have done your job well. It's your job to hold things, not to question things.
I had failed. I was opened. A woman opened me.
What can you tell me about her?
Pandora was her name.
I knew it. I knew it.
Fucking called it.
I fucking called it.
You were so
Nailed it.
close. Yeah.
I ask, how long has it been since you've held anything?
So long I could not tell you. Ages.
Istanbull is thinking about all of the ways in which he can connect with this box.
Oh God.
good.
I'm not even touching that.
Step one, you cut a hole in the box.
Oh no. Oh no.
Step 2.
You put your dick in the box.
I
Make her open that box.
no. Maybe I don't know if this is a thing that I can do. But it's invisible sun, so there's like a bunch of surreal, crazy, magic, weird shit
Yeah.
going.
Mm-hmm.
Could I maybe spend a point of sortilege to give the box a message, just a feeling, if ever one particular person opens the box?
Like if someone else comes, like you want to key something
Like-
to.
Someone very specifically. Like I'm thinking that this is a message in a bottle that I'm sending
Yeah.
to.
I'll
mom.
give you that. Yeah.
Is the message a challenge?
No, it's not a challenge. It's just it's just,
Trying to help you.
you know what it says? It says if you're finding this, it's not actually words. It's just a feeling. It's conveying a feeling of searching and the feeling of relief, like relief of being found finally, you know.
Okay.
And there's a lot of like powerful like emotions of like love and longingness and that kind of stuff. And
Sure.
I ask the box if it would be willing to hold on to this. And I kind of feel like I say, this is my purpose, and it's a purpose that I'm giving to you.
The box is very, very happy. With
Build.
yeah, oh God.
I will bother you no further. Thank you.
The box is happy to hold that for you.
And I close the box.
Okay.
This is to make up for that poor door that was
Troy does
slammed a
not
million
know that
times.
song. Troy, you do not know that song, do you?
Got a hole in the box.
Okay, I was like, Troy is not reacting.
The song. He's busy in his RP moment.
He was in the scene.
Yeah, exactly.
We were being the
Did.
assholes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't. Amber is fine because it's expected.
I turn-
but like
I turn
the
around
rest
and
of you, don't ever talk about being fucking Team Wholesome again. Okay.
What?
You're the
Yes.
one that assigned these teams.
I
I didn't put myself here.
I didn't assign anything. That was a vote.
I turn
By our
around
fans.
and-
I stand by my placement.
I was just gonna say I stand by that place too.
I turn around, I look at Fray. and
There's
I
our
pull
flag.
forth my other hand from my pocket with brass knuckles on it. And I look from you to the guy on the floor, and I just kind of
I'm standing on his knee to stop his scuttling right now.
He's
Oh,
like,
okay.
Like
so
my friend over there is gonna talk to that box, and that box is gonna narc. That box is gonna spill all of its secrets.
He's like,
You better stop talking before your friend box over there tells my buddy everything.
I don't know. It's just some old fucking box. I don't know. Please don't fucking
brought
cut
it
me
here?
out. They did.
Did they task you with protecting it?
They just left it here.
They don't even care about this box.
Management.
It's just something to do with some girl they're looking for. I don't fucking know. Okay.
What do you know?
I just I don't know shit, man.
What
I'm
makes you
nobody? I'm a
Even more,
nobody.
more useful.
Sounds
than
like
when I saw you.
What, I'm sorry. What did you say?
What makes you even marginally more useful than when I last saw you?
Just don't fuck me up, okay, please. What do you want?
In the lounge. Who's in right now?
Nobody. It's just me here.
if this
Who are you waiting for?
No, she'll fuck me up even worse than you. I don't know who I'm afraid of more.
How about how about the more urgent and pressing threat? And I'll back and I'll like crack my sword a little bit.
All right, I'm gonna say because we haven't had you roll for anything. Let's do a roll on that. What do you got?
Let me see what I got here.
While this is happening, I would like to move back out of the room. Flay's
Mhm.
got it completely under control.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll go over to Darcian and I'll say, I found something you might be interested in.
I have no social skills, so what I'm going to do is use a Benny from what the fuck? Where are my pools? Use a Benny from Interaction.
Mm-hmm.
Secret knowledge because I know shit about this cult and about fucking Fenric over here.
Mm-hmm.
And I know what makes him tick. And I am gonna use a sortilege.
Sure.
Just use some extra magical intimidation here. I
Two?
will fuck.
And you gotta roll 2 dice for that.
Yep.
So you might flux on that, but yeah, roll for it. So
Yeah,
it was.
mine-
I would say it was a 5 originally to intimidate him. So now you're down to a 2.
Whoa.
oh
9 and 9.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna actually because it's doubles. We'll do something. So he breaks right away because he sees the sword come out. He's like, oh god, oh fuck, oh shit, oh shit. He's like, it's Drusilla, She's coming by later. All right, please, just fucking let me go.
When?
Just later. I don't fucking know. You know how she is. She's in the undersling right now.
Okay, what do I know about Drusilla?
You know that Drusilla is a fallen angel.
Ooh.
So she cannot be she can't be hollowed out because she's actually technically part of the legacy. But she got involved in some shit and she got her wings ripped off in the Pinion Court, which is a part of the undersling is like this cavern that's underneath the city of Saturnine, and it's just a big island that like hangs in this chasm, and it's like very precariously like attached with like cables and shit like that. And in the undersling, there's a place called the Pinion Court, and it's the undersling. First of all, is a very violent place. There's a lot of mercenaries, a lot of tough people. There's pit fighting down there. You can go buy weapons and poison and shit down there. But there's also a place called the Pinion Court, which is where they'll take angels who have done wrong to the red sometimes, or they just get caught, or they double cross someone, or something went wrong, but they rip the angel's wings off.
Whew.
And the Pinioned Court is actually filled with the feathers from those angels' wings. They don't blow away. And
Alright.
Dude,
so-
that's some really badass lore. I just want to say that.
Thank you.
Super
That's
badass.
not me. That's actually Monty Cook.
That's
I would
super cool.
love it if it
Amazing.
was me, but it's not.
Shout
But
out to Monty Cook. That's solid.
Yep.
Drusilla that happened to Drusilla. She has had her wings ripped off. So now she's just a very angry mercenary who kind of does stuff for the Hollowmen.
Wow. She must be pissed.
And she's meeting you here?
No, she's coming by. I was told to just fucking wait for her. I don't know why. Okay. You just stare at him a little more. He's like,
Yeah, like,
okay, I know why. All right, listen, look, it's you. They're after you. Okay.
Mm.
And you were gonna help her find me how?
I was just they figured you might come around, and she was gonna be here with some empty ones and try to like fucking get you. Okay. Empty ones are the flame. Remember the flame women? Those are called empty ones.
Ah, okay.
You would know
Okay.
that. Actually, I neglected to say this last time. You would know that. Darcian, you would definitely know that. And Bridget,
sweet.
you would have known that as well. Empty ones are basically they're like a non-entity, is what they really are.
Okay.
And what
Okay.
they do is they kind of like try to seduce you with the call of the void. And you're kind of like, oh, that's great. And then before you know it, they like suck the life out of you, or they
The
burn the
drive.
shit out of you.
The drive for self-destruction.
Yep, exactly. So it's like the call of the void.
So
Your death
so
Yep.
so Fray, you said we should keep leading them towards thinking they may be able to turn one of us.
drive. Don't say that. Now I have to kill Fenric.
No, and he's just like,
And then Darcy doesn't realize like he was like they're like maybe
he's like,
no.
no, please, look, no, it's not you they really want. It's just this girl, right? I don't know. I know the box has something to do with the girl, but they have it here because they were hoping to put her in it, but they want to fucking get rid of her. I don't know why. No, please, just fucking no. I want to live.
Fenric, get in the box.
Come on, no.
You see me seal the box. I close the box. I turn around.
Istanbull, open the box. Fenric is getting in it.
He's like, no, come on, please.
I look at you and I say, this man is not worthy to be held captive here.
Perhaps we can use
Silence him and send him to Shadow.
I don't
know how to do that.
You
I'm
do
very
that?
Yeah, we don't know how to do that.
I meant like lights out, like knock him out. Actually, you know what? After I say that and you say, I don't know what that means, I walk over and I punch this man in the face with my
Yeah.
brass knuckles.
Knocks him out.
I go, send him to Shadow.
Every time A, this man is not of his lane. B, every time we go unconscious, we don't go back to Shadow Istanbull.
I look at you.
That was an ambiguous instruction, is all I'm saying.
Hmm.
we could stage an ambush in this place though. No?
I mean,
If they're coming here.
they're coming here, but they knew Fray would come here.
They probably aren't expecting me to have company.
And they're probably not expecting her to
They work alone.
already be down. You know what I mean?
Mm,
They're probably expecting to get here first, and
ambush her.
yes, ambush Drusilla.
Okay.
Istanbul, could this box hold one such as a fallen angel?
Have you looked at the box, Darcian?
I tell
Only visually. I haven't touched it.
I tell you that this box at one point probably held all that is in existence.
So yes.
You looking
So
at
what
it,
you're saying is, yes, it will fit a fallen angel.
you and also Bridget, have you looked at the box?
Yeah, can I study it now that Istanbul's done with it?
Well, Drusilla is a fallen angel, and I went to goetic school for a little while, so I know a couple things. Bridget knows a few things more. Will a fallen angel still be held in a circle meant to contain a celestial? Like if we do a little circle trap here, can we get her?
Would Bridget know that?
Yes and yes.
Hell yeah.
She just looks at Fray and just goes, "There's a reason I always keep chalk with me."
And
We
then
should put
Darcian,
that on
in looking
Yep.
looking at the box, you recognize, because you were an archaeologist, Greek motifs.
Oh, interesting.
On it. So like
I have
think of-
history and magic lore. Can I mean, is there anything else I could figure out that
so you
that
recognize
Istanbul
that,
didn't?
and you recognize vaguely because you also said you were studying when Bridget originally drew the circle. You were studying it, and you
Yeah,
recognize.
Bridget will look at it as well now that it's being pointed out to her.
You immediately
Oh.
you don't necessarily recognize the Greek art on it, but you do recognize woven into it symbols to keep things in, demons.
Can
Angels.
Darcian and Bridget have a moment where she's looking and goes, I don't understand these symbols, and Darcian is like, oh, I do, this one here, and he starts tracing it, and their hands once again at the same just once again touch at the various
Ash.
points, where they're just talking about and studying this this box together. Before probably Darcian would absolutely offer to help her with her summoning circle again if she needed it, kind of thing.
Aw.
Like this is Nerdville, you know.
I'm just gonna elbow Fray and point to the two nerds with a smile.
Henri and Fray are the fucking wingman of the century, just yeah, our lovely ass nerds.
So all right, so
They have one friend apiece, and it's us.
We have one friend each.
what is the
We're
plan?
like that meme with the two hands, with the two buff arms, just
Let's see.
I don't like the idea of staging an ambush on their turf, but if we don't have a better plan, I mean, I would also be okay with waiting in the regular bar and then following behind them. That would be fine with me.
I would just say that they'd probably recognize you right away in the regular bar.
Yeah, I think the best idea is to catch them by surprise down here, especially
Yeah, I
if
think
Bridget
so.
can hold Drusilla in a circle and buy us time to either talk to her or make the decision to put her in the box or what have you. You know what I mean? It's
Sure.
it's the most time we're going to manage to get with them.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Can I rest while we're waiting so I can get
Yeah.
some sorcery points back?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I might re-prep some spells too.
I need to think here about your weaving aggregates and what we can do that will be helpful in an ambush.
I have invisibility. I have immobilization. I
Yeah.
have sleep.
I also have a lot of things that imply the ability to be immovable. Winter is a hibernation, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Challenge implies me stopping movement against my will.
Mhm.
I could totally see that as being
Fortress.
something.
So
And then
if
it's the literal fucking
tower.
tower. Yeah.
so if
Yeah.
the idea is to burger.
Oh
We
yeah.
don't have
you
a
have
game until
Uh,
burger shows up.
It's, we made our burger quota.
Oh yeah, Troy, you have tower, right?
Burger bomb.
Yeah, one of the
Yep.
qualities is imprisonment.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so what I'm thinking is one of the things we need to do is if we can get Drusilla in a circle, but we need to prevent the hollow men from freeing her from it, from physically smudging or breaking the lines of the circle. So we need to separate them.
Mhm.
impose some
Istanbul.
sort of barrier that will
Shall not
Yeah, I'm like,
pass.
that's all Istanbul.
yeah.
I'll hold the line, bitches.
That's all Istanbul.
Istanbul is the
Lance
line.
Yeah.
decrepit leg and makes it hard.
Oh.
And
God.
surprisingly, Darcian actually steps forward. If I'm gonna have a chance to re-prepare spells, Darcian looks and just goes like, I also have a trick up my sleeve. I
slap Waterman on the back with a thud
the
of
small, slim Darcian walks up next to the tall, ripped Istanbul and just goes like, I guess we'll be the front lines.
Aw.
like an insurmountable wave.
I love it.
Yes.
Oh,
That's awesome.
What do
I'm
you
the-
need to prepare, Bridget?
so let me find. Sorry, scrolling back to my page that has
Sad,
the
I can't
thing
read
on
it.
it.
I'm taking my 1 hour to. Am I gonna have an hour to re-prep spells, Christian?
You don't know.
So it doesn't specify. It says it lists as a protective circle,
Mm-hmm.
but that protects us. It doesn't. There's no specific rule for a circle to keep something in.
I've seen it. There definitely is one in there where you can
Binding.
have a circle that you summon the demon in and it can't get out
Yeah.
of.
We're gonna roll with it anyway because it's too cool.
That's
So
fair.
Okay, yeah,
um,
that's under my summoning. I can do, yeah.
Yeah,
then
so
if I-
that, in theory, with at least a minor adjustment or something, you can make a circle that a demon or celestial cannot leave once it is inside.
yes.
Sort of thing. So we just have to trick her into walking into it.
Yes, and she will do that with the intention of, even though she doesn't know if Drusilla is her true name, she will kind of use that as part of the carving of it and
Okay.
the setting of the, whatever.
Roll me a so we want to see if it's strong enough to hold Drusilla, basically.
Yeah.
So that is going to be a 6.
Okay.
You got this. Come on,
And
Bridget.
so that's
well,
what you
here's
need
the
to
thing:
roll.
you won't know, though, right? You won't know if it's strong enough until you try,
I
right?
mean, we're just going to go with the roll. That's
Okay,
Yeah,
so like,
we're good. We're good at not metagaming.
Bridget
Yeah.
doesn't
It's the
know.
circle. We're gonna play it as if it's gonna work.
The
Even.
circle,
Mhm.
yeah.
even if it doesn't, okay, I gotcha.
Okay, so what can I add sorcery to this, yes?
I'll be back in just
Yep.
a sec.
you can you can
and
do
I-
that. You have point for being close to Darcian.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can I use a hidden knowledge?
Yes.
Say
Okay.
that knowing her
Sure.
name and her description.
Yep.
So that'll bring it down to a 3.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps you have a
Ooh.
feather from Pinion Port.
What is my? Oh no.
Right.
Or
If
something.
she had a feather, that would be fucking bank money for her crowd. Holy shit.
And I would say you can use a sortilege too.
I could use a sortilege too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have it, I would
But you have to roll 2
absolutely.
dice then, and you can flux.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Bridget does not. She's dealt with flux before.
Yes, she has.
Okay. All right. So 2 dice.
Mm-hmm.
And who's out right now? Pink and yellow. Okay.
Pink and yellow. Hold on, I got nothing for pink yet. I gotta write this down.
I'm listening, by the way, guys. I'm just helping make some ramen for the boys, but I'm
No
listening.
worries.
You're good. So pink will be the magic die. Yellow, or are they both magic dice in this case? They're both magic dice.
Yeah, they are.
Oh,
But
they
but
are.
designate one as your sortilege die for flux.
Okay, that'll be pink.
Yeah.
Okay, so I rolled a 6 on my regular die and a 1 on the flux die.
You cool?
Cool.
So you craft a really nice circle, and you think you did a really great job. And you notice like
nervous,
Darcy,
but
you notice like Darcy watching, so you kind of like show off a little bit. You're like, like,
Actually, Darcian is watching quite intently.
Yeah.
And it's part of their like. So I'm trying to use this hour to re-prep a spell, and I'm actually consulting my books that I use to do my Vancian spells, and I'm watching her do this very specifically and making notes in my spell books.
Cool.
And we could do a refresh on an action, correct?
For a pool. Yep.
Yes, yeah, for a pool. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And there's actually I can do one for 10 minutes because
Yeah, don't use your one action. You'll need
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, save that if there's a fight.
Okay, so she
Margaret,
will
no.
she'll use her 10-minute rest specifically so I can refill sorcery.
Right. Darcian, I'm going to say you have your hour because I'm a nice.
I was gonna say, if not, I had this one still prepared, but I wrote if I get an hour, then I'm switching it out to the big guns, and I'm not gonna tell you what that is.
Nice.
So
Nice.
next time,
Well,
No
you have your
worries.
hour.
And
big spell, big spell.
nice. So an hour, about a little more than an hour actually passes, and it's very tense. Is there anything else anyone else wants to do to prepare?
I just want to get up somewhere high. I want to be up.
I mean, it's a.
I
back
feel like we
office.
should utilize the like layout of the train to our advantage. So like we have this office room, the hallway continues a little bit, and then there's like the lounge area. Drusilla's gonna come after me if she sees me. That's
Yeah.
what she's being hired for.
That's a good question.
specifically.
Where do you put the circle? Is it in the lounge?
Yeah, where's
So
the
it could be
circle? I
in the-
assumed it was lounge.
I feel like it should. Yeah, I feel like it should be in the lounge.
Really?
It should be in the lounge. We'll put it on
Where
the
was
I
people,
could
like never
Or
look
the,
up.
the
Hold
hallway
on.
is kind of better.
wasn't Fenric sitting at a desk,
Yes.
Yes.
right? So why don't we have Fray sitting at the desk with her like heels up, like acting like, oh, took you long enough, drawing in Drusilla, where she has to walk and
Because-
approach over the.
Because we want to separate the hollow men from Drusilla. So
And then you
I
guys
think the hollow men will
hide.
immediately go to check and try to secure the box if they feel like it's been breached.
Well, so that's
They're
what I was
gonna
gonna
wanna-
say was me and Istanbul
close
can
off
stand
the-
on either side of the door, and when she walks in, close off the hollow men.
He might
Just
not go
step-
first.
step through past her and just close the door behind us and be like,
Well, there is no door there, right? That's the thing.
oh, it's just
Yeah,
on
there
You
is
the-
no
you put a barrier up.
right. We could make a door. Yeah.
Okay.
I can also, like I said, look through walls so I can know they're coming before they get there.
Yep.
Oh, that's true.
So, I mean, depending on the layout, right? I don't know if the wall has an adjoining wall.
It does.
with the-
Yes.
bar.
You'd be
Does.
able to see them coming.
I 100% could see them coming if they came through the bar. So I'm
I
cool
like
with
it.
doing that. It doesn't say how long it lasts, as long as I maintain contact with the wall.
If you want to just lean on the door and get that up and running, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'll spend 2 sorcery for that.
Okay.
Are we okay with that?
Yep. So then that
Yeah.
leaves Bridget
Yeah.
and Henry. What are you doing?
I mean, I think it depends on where we're putting the circle.
Yeah.
I think we should put the circle in the lounge.
Oh, that far, all the way at the end of the hallway.
Isn't the lounge where we come in first?
Mm-mm.
No, it's at the end of the hallway.
It's
All the
hallway
way
goes
end
to the
of the
lounge
hallway?
and the office is to its left.
Oh,
That's
gotcha,
that's a
gotcha.
far way to get them. That seems like a lot of mistakes that could happen. To
No,
get to
but
them.
that's distance to separate them. Because the Drusilla's gonna come after me, and the hollow men are gonna go to check on their precious box.
Yeah, but like,
They're gonna naturally split.
I don't
Real
know.
quick, I'm gonna draw this and make sure that I understand what you're meaning.
I feel like we
It's
can
it's kind of like an L, right? Hallway
Yep.
at the intersection is the lounge, and then to the side is the office.
No. So
Other way around?
The door opens. There's a hallway that goes straight back to the lounge, right?
Mhm.
Off that hallway, there's a door in the
middle.
wall on the left
And like in the middle
that
of the
just
hallway.
opens to the office.
Oh,
It's a T.
gotcha,
Yes,
gotcha,
it's-
gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
I'm drawing.
Because like I don't know, we have time to separate them. Even if they get inside the circle, we have time to separate them.
Well, it's not about it's like you can break a circle really fast. I could just hit it with my sword once and it would be broken.
Hmm.
So once they realize what's going on, it's not hard for them to disrupt the circle.
Does it like activate as soon as she's in it?
I mean, it's active. It will be active as soon as it's drawn. It just only catches celestials.
Gotcha.
Is this map accurate?
I
Yes.
We
see
have
mapping.
hallway,
Yes.
hallway,
Very
office,
faint map.
lounge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, well then, yeah, lounge is exactly where I wanted it to be. Correct.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we put the circle in here.
Yep.
Drusilla will come after me, and the hollow men are gonna want to check on what the fuck you guys are doing with their special box in here.
Yep.
Okay.
And hopefully Drusilla will come first and alone because I am dangerous. And then you guys can shut this with a stone, make a stone wall or something, like fucking erect a barrier.
So are
Leave a
Istanbul
bunch
and
of you to deal
Darcian?
with some of the hollow men on this side.
Oh,
Yeah, but so are
yeah.
Istanbul and Darcian going to be hiding in the office?
You need to stop the hollow men somehow.
Yeah,
So I don't
that's
know
what I
where
mean.
you're gonna be.
So we could
Maybe
be in
you
the
should
office.
be coming out of. No, I don't know.
I'll keep Bridget. Bridget and I will be in here just
Yep.
because we're going to be dealing with
Yeah.
former Celestial being.
Between Jess and I, can we construct like an invisible wall that can be passed by the Celestial but not by the Hollow Men? So that way when they all go to walk through it, the lady gets through and then the Hollow Men are like, dude, what the hell? And then we just pop out from in the lounge and be like, all right, it's fucking showtime. Like,
That's not really much different than putting the wall up when the Celestial walks
Yeah.
by, because if a Hollow Man happens to go first, he's going to bounce off the barrier in that case.
Yeah.
And then they'll know something's up.
sure. Okay.
I think springing the wall at the moment that
Okay, so what we're doing is we're
Fair.
splitting the group. It's going to be Bridget and
Fray.
Fray in the lounge drawing Drazilla, and then probably Istanbull, Darcian, and Henry in the office waiting to separate Hollow Men and deal with them.
Okay.
Because the combination of Henry and
Okay.
Istanbul's Weaver magic will be able to make that wall quick and powerful.
Well,
Yeah.
I think Darcian is all. I think Darcian and Istanbul are doing the wall, right?
Yeah.
I have nothing to do with the wall.
Oh,
I can't.
You're
They
I
just
are
can't
a
do
holding
the
the wall.
physical wall. They are a meat wall.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We are the insurmountable wave.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Okay.
yeah, I think that's a good plan.
All right.
Great plan.
So
I
you take your
also-
places. So
Crumble
my
and
understanding is Fray and Bridget are in the lounge with the circle.
correct.
Fray is visible from the hallway.
Bridget should be out of view.
Yeah.
I am visible, but Bridget's out.
Bridget's off
Hallway?
in, like towards one of the back walls. so she
Darcian,
can't-
Istanbul, and Henry are in the office.
Uh,
Or
Unless Henry doesn't
you
want to be in there.
if it's possible for me to stay invisible and like up high in the hallway.
So, I
Actually,
mean,
I'll be in the
it's
office. I'll
Spider-Man.
be in the office. No, I'll be in the office.
Spider-Man on the ceiling?
Yeah, you'd have to like hold on to that's exactly what you'd have to do because it's not.
I
like
have
high-
I have wind and weather and
Yeah.
shit. I can
You
stay
could
up
do
there,
that.
but
You could do
I'm
that.
gonna be in the office. Never mind.
Do you
Never mind.
have decent physicality? Is the question.
So you in the hour that you're kind of
Yes,
preparing
it's
this, you come up with this spell. It's not much longer than an hour. Istanbul, you're leaning on the wall, like kind of keeping watch. Some goths come and go. The poetry, it's just they just read Annabelle Lee over and over and over again. And people like snap their fingers in between every stanza, and it's really like after a while you're glad you can't hear it, but everyone else can, and they're kind of getting kind of sick of it. But you hear, you see the door open, and you see walk in.
Oh, can I do a thing like right as he's seeing them?
Last
come in?
thing, quickly. what
It is very last. It is
All right.
it is stupid and important. When Istanbul gives a signal that they are coming right before Bridget gets to her spot, she finds Darcian, just like stares at them for a second, just goes, "Be careful." Gives them a kiss on the cheek and runs to her spot.
One cheek area just begins boiling, just like blushing. Like, you know, there's like
Yes.
Bridget, what have you done? You know,
Gross.
people always die when after their feelings are confessed.
So you see Istanbul. You see the door open, and in steps this very tall, very muscular woman who is she's bald, and she has on the one side of her head is this. It's not really like a tattoo. It looks like as if like a scar, like ritual scarring of a snake, just on the whole side of her head, just like carved into her head. All right. Her ears are slightly pointy, and she's got plenty of earrings in them. And she's wearing leather armor, basically, like very spiky black leather armor with a sword on her back. And on the other side of her cheek is just another long scar that kind of goes all the way down to her neck and past her neckline. And she's probably like 6'5". I mean, she's big, buff girl. She would kick Aoife's ass.
Istanbul thinks to
Is
himself.
that a fucking challenge, mate?
Istanbul thinks to himself. He's like,
And so she walks in, and behind her, kind of filing in, are three guys who are just dressed in black. Kind of nondescript. If you looked at their face and looked away, you probably wouldn't remember what they look like.
Remember a medal.
Christian New Sooth card.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I have 7 sorcery points because the other Sooth card made it 1 less.
So should we wait or should I flip it right now?
Flip it right now. We're gonna wrap this up.
Oh, this looks
Ready
cool.
to go.
What is it?
The
Mysterious,
mysterious rune. It boosts red
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Hey, Sarah.
and lowers blue. It is
Oh,
secrets, and it is whatever 9 is. That is like that's the highest
I'm
number.
not
we
sure
have
what the
on here.
numbers do, but
Yeah. But boosts red is actually little hint, wink, wink for Darcian's spell getting inspired by Bridget. That's gonna empower my spell a little bit.
that's actually really perfect. And
It's so
I like
perfect.
it. And do it being the fact that it's the mysterious rune. Bear that in mind. So Istanbul, you watch her stalk up to the door. She walks through. She kind of pushes some goths out of the way. Some of them look up at her, and she just kind of looks out at them, and they kind of like get out of her way. And she stalks to the back, and you hear the door speak to her. In darkness, one kindness, one moment. Tell me what you believe. And she goes, I believe in nothing. Never really had to. And you hear the door open, and she walks in, and she's like, sees you.
I'm
She's
just
like-
sitting in a chair in the lounge, boots kind of kicked forward with my sword on my lap, and I'm drinking like a tumbler of water that's turned completely red.
She's
I'm
like,
just gonna look at her across the room, meet her eyes, and be like, "Found me."
she's like, fucking bitch. Grabs her sword and just comes charging down the hallway.
Yes.
Right.
And as soon as she does, the guys, the hollow man behind her are like, and they're coming too. She runs, steps across the threshold, and immediately everything flares up around her. Because it's the mysterious rune, take a point of joy, Bridget. You did a really good job. And she's just like, what? Everything kind of flares up around her. And she like looks around. She sees Bridget. She sees you, Fray. And she like tries to like come at you and just, swings the sword, but it just hits
As soon
the,
as she crosses that threshold, blade in hand, and I'm just like,
just like swings the sword and it just hits the barrier. And she's just like, fuck. She curses, but it's in a language you don't understand. And just like this screeching sound in your ears. And meanwhile, behind her, the guys are like, and they come charging down the hallway. But what are you guys going to do?
Whoa.
Istanbul just nonchalantly takes his back off the wall and just steps forward. And he's just got his hands in his pockets, and he takes his hands out of his pockets, and he's got his brass knuckles on one hand, and he just goes.
You can take an action. Are you gonna hit one? Or?
Yeah.
Are you casting the wall?
Yeah, I'm gonna
hell?
wall up.
You're gonna turn into Darcian?
Oh God.
Oh,
My-
man.
My internet just cut out. My bad.
Oh,
Oh,
Maybe
no,
I'm
whatever.
sure it
I'm not
just
changing
looks
it
odd.
now. Yeah.
Are we wanting to like
The
go through this whole
mysterious
combat
zoo.
scene right
Yeah,
now?
we can finish this. Go for it, Troy. Do something.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and wall up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create basically just a let me think here.
Stone wall, the tower, man. Boom.
Yeah, but I want to make it like really cool.
These two aggregate. So tower and could be an ice wall.
Challenge, right? Challenge is another thing. So I think
I feel like challenge will attract them to try to defeat the wall, which we don't want them to focus on.
I think
No, it should be okay because challenge is also obstacle.
mhm.
Oh, okay.
Obstacle.
I think I'm
Mystery?
going to, you know what I'm gonna do?
Mystery.
It's gonna be a it's not a visible like stone wall. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my like decrepit weird leg, and I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna draw this invisible line behind me. I'm gonna sweep my leg behind me, and then I'm gonna lower my head and do that bull thing where I fucking move my leg like motherfuckers can't get behind me.
Okay. You do that, and are you using magic to create the wall behind you?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
I'm weaving. It's a combination of challenge and tower, and I'm drawing a line in the sand, and there's this raging bull, and
Shall
they-
not pass.
Yep.
You
Right.
shall not pass. All right.
So how many? I guess it's a weaver spell. So I don't know. Do I pick how much sorcery I want to use on it?
How much do you want it to?
Yeah, it's the
like
more
you want to
sorcery
create a
you put into
barrier.
it, the stronger
Yeah.
it is.
How much of a barrier you want it to be?
Oof.
So like you would need to put in a lot. ish.
A barrier. The challenge is it's a barrier. They can't cross the line until they defeat you.
I like that.
As long as you hold, the wall holds.
So
I
the
like
more
that. Straight up
yeah.
Hodor. Straight up Hodor.
Hodor, yeah. The more
Um,
sorcery you put into it is both how strong it is and how long it lasts.
Okay. I mean, how long I last is how long it lasts. I guess I'll say I have 7 points available.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this would count as a red spell or if it has no color.
If it's red is usually destructive.
Okay.
Yeah, just
So
let
if you wanted to,
concentration.
but if you wanted to incorporate anger or a destructive emotion into it, I would give you that bonus.
I have a spell that's strength for me. It's a strength spell for melee attacks, and it's gold.
I'm
Yeah.
ready to whoop some ass too when this
I'll
wall is up.
I'll put 6 points into it.
Okay,
So I have 1 point remaining.
cool.
So-
Roll and see how you do.
Can I add a Benny or a
Yes, you can use
okay.
sortilege. So it's a 6-point wall. It would cost 6 because it's red. Cost 5.
I
What
don't
else
think
can
it's
you
red. It's gold.
The Benny you add to get a +1 would be an extra sorcery. You can
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Or sortilege he could use too.
sortilege gives you an extra die. Yeah.
Okay, so I will use the sortilege to give me an extra die, and I will use the sorcery as well. So,
All right, so now you
so
gotta
I roll
gotta
two
get
dice.
2 dice. Gotta get over a 4.
So the first one I got an 8, and then the magic dice, I got an 8 as well.
Cool. You feel this
yeah.
wall shimmer into force behind you. Rainy, what do you got?
How many of these Hellmen are there?
3.
Okay, check this out. The wall goes up and they look to Istanbul and go, oh, this is the guy we got to take down. And then Darcian, slim little Darcian, turns around the corner and just goes, to get to him, you got to get through me. Which is probably funny. But then you see Darcian's like fingers, the water in them gets kind of ashy. And then it gets like boiling, and then it kind of tints as if it's like a little red. As I'm going to cast Ka Remul's Kaleidoscopic Touch. Experimental Effect is the name of this spell. It is crazy. It's a level 6 spell. It is red, and it says prismatic colors swirl around my hands, summoned from the kaleidoscope void itself. The next 3 beings or objects I touch with that hand deal damage equal to the level of this spell and are hurled a short distance in a random direction if they are my size or smaller. Each
Nice.
touch, it does say each touch is a separate action, but once these difficult to summon energies arrive, I cannot end the spell until I've touched 3 things.
Okay.
Nice.
So
So you cast a spell, and I can say you can touch one. He's right in front of you.
Bull
Yep,
in
so-
a china shop, baby.
So
Yeah.
it is a red spell, so that means it's level 6. It does say here, when I cast this experimental and dangerous spell, I must add an experimental die to my roll.
All right.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's
So that'll be this colorful one.
All right.
That'll be this colorful one.
Like that.
I'm going to spend the 6 sorcery to be able to potentially have to do it again.
Mhm.
And I'm going to use my orb to improve my spell. 1 charge of my orb plus 2 level, so it's level 8.
Okay.
So they'll take 8 damage when I touch them and be thrown who knows how far.
I hope
Nice.
you can touch them.
Into the throw them into next Tuesday.
Yeah. So how does this work? It says plus 2 level for 1 charge, but that doesn't mean I have to roll higher, right? Or does it?
No, I'm gonna say it. I don't know. I'm gonna
Increasing
take.
the level of the spell like that decreases the DC basically. It's
Yeah,
like
that's
a
what I'm. It takes it off. So now you got to roll over a 4, basically.
Okay. It can all right.
or it does more damage. It is like an 8th level spell instead of a 6.
Yeah.
Right, here goes.
go, Darcy.
Got it. I got a 6 on the
Okay.
die.
So you cast
So-
that, and the first guy's right in front of you, and like, what do you do?
So you got to get past to get to him. You got to get past me, and then like my hands like ash and boil and turn prismatic colors, and then I throw it all into my right hand, and I just go out of my way, and I touch him, and just like
And as
hurl-
soon as you do, your hand like
Just
you go to touch
ragdolls
him
like
in,
in a
yeah,
Bethesda game.
you go to touch him in the chest, and you push him, and you feel your hand sink into the chest. When you touch him, it almost feels like pushing your hand into sand when you touch these guys. You find so you touch him in the sand, and you push him, and he's just like, ugh, and he falls back, and like, have you seen? Remember like Blade when Blade like kills the vampires, and then he just kind of like poof, like
Yes.
that's what he does. He hits the wall and
Yep.
just poofs into sand. He's gone.
Yeah.
That's one down. Henry, what are
And
you
then I
gonna
just
do?
turn my hand and I point to the
Remember,
next
we
one.
need
I'm
one
sorry, I'm sorry.
alive. We need one alive, y'all.
Enter
Well,
Sandman.
you could
Question
use
mark?
Drizilla. For that.
We could, but if she's just a merc, like just a hired sword,
True. Henry, what do you want to
Oh,
do?
I mean, these two look like they can handle it. I guess I will weave.
You could try to capture one if you wanted.
I also can't eat the hollow men because they turn into sand.
Oh,
but
that's
I
true.
could eat Drusilla.
That's true.
We can have fallen angel steak. Oh my god.
I know.
Oh, that's true. I guess if I can capture one, that's a good idea because we did want to capture one, right?
Mhm,
Yep.
mhm.
Okay, I will weave wind and immobility to kind of bind them still.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's my practice weave, so it is easier for me to do.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. So I think I don't have to. I forget actually what the practice weave does. I think it's I don't have to spend sorcery, or I spend less sorcery to do it.
It's probably something. It's like if you cast it really low, it's nothing, and if you cast it higher, it's that whatever equivalent is off.
I'm gonna say to let you do less. We'll
Okay, that
take
sounds
another one off of it.
good. Okay, that sounds good. So I guess I will try and catch one.
Yep. Okay.
And I will also spend a sortilege on this.
So these guys
Pokeball
are,
them.
so you would need to weave something level 5 to
Wait,
to-
Troy, your wall is see-through, right?
No, only Istanbull could see through it while he was
Istanbul
touching
could
it.
see through.
Oh,
it.
the wall you put up.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
The barrier I put up it's invisible. Yep.
It's the invisible line in the sand. So Bridget,
Otter Poet says the hollow men would be empty calories.
yeah, empty calories.
Hillary.
Nice.
Sons of bitches.
okay. So I will spend a Benny. I put in my sorcery points. I'm going to spend a sortilege point.
Mm-hmm.
A sortilege.
A sortilege.
Sortilege!
A sausalage.
Delicious.
I got a 9.
So one of them, how do you bind him? Because you bind him.
Yeah, I just like shoot out winds gusting from around me, and they just kind of wrap around him and bind him, just like one arm down, another arm, his legs, just bind him tight.
Yeah, he's
and
wrapped
he's
up
just-
almost like a spider cocoon in like
Yeah.
this spell of wind that
Yeah,
you
and just, like,
wrap around
constant.
him.
Weird.
And
Stick
he's-
him right on the ceiling. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, there you go.
There we
Stick
go.
him right
There you
on the
go.
ceiling.
Nice.
Perfect.
And then-
He's like it's like when you do the skydiving in the wind tunnel, except the wind
Yeah.
tunnel's just keeping him up against.
Exactly.
Bridget, you get a
Constant.
turn if you want to. You have a captured fallen angel. You got Fray there. You can see down the hallway. You can see through the barrier. I would rule that technically the barrier prevents them from coming in. Troy never said anything about you going past it. So I would say that you can probably...
Yeah, you
if
guys can go
wanted to-
past.
Yeah, you could
Well,
go past.
we're trying to kill Drusilla, yeah.
I don't know if you're trying to kill her or not. You
We
captured
should
her.
at least
I'm trying to
question her
question her.
first. So right now, what we should do is take up post just in case something goes wrong with the wall until the hollow men are completely neutralized, and then we can
Okay.
question.
Oh, what am I doing? I should just put him to sleep.
So
I think we should just basically hold our actions and be at the ready to, in case anybody does anything to this wall, we can take them out before they can reach us.
yeah.
Like we're
Okay.
just ready to deal with it if they get past the wall.
No
Yeah.
problem. So there's one hollow man left. He's like, and he casts a spell, and he ant, which is weird. There's an ant crawling on this paper. One of the big things in Invisible Sun in the book is, are you a spider or an ant? Yeah. So that was trippy. Very trippy.
Christian, you got ants?
I do.
Are they carpenters or like sugar ants?
No, it's just a little black sugar ant. They get in this time of year. Yeah.
Yeah, summer.
So that derailed my train of thought, and I'm old.
He was casting a spell.
He's casting a spell. He's gonna go after you, Darcian. Looks at you, and he kind of goes like this, and his own fingers shift into serpents and come right
Makes
at
sense.
you.
Oh.
And
Can
you need to make
I-
a resist roll. Can you do dodge? Roll on his
Or-
attack.
Oh, I can't do anything until this is dispelled. Damn it. So what am I doing?
You would have to do a dodge roll.
Okay. I do have 1 in dodge, but I should say I get -1 when Henry is close. So, because I need to protect Henry.
So it's a 5 spell. It's coming after you.
Can I spend a physicality, Benny?
Yeah.
So that'll bring it down to a 4.
Yeah, this
And
is
can I do a sword? Can I do a sortilege to bring it to 3
Sure can.
or no? But I need to throw a second die in there.
Yep.
Okay. Wow, good thing I did. I rolled a 4 and a 2, so I
Perfect.
made it.
All right. You managed to just kind of like matrix dodge out of the way of these 5 snakes kind of like snap at you. And that is his turn. Troy's making some ramen, so I'm going to let you go next if you want to.
All right, so I
Or
dodged.
Troy went. Oh, that got him over here fast. What do you got? What do you want to do, Istanbul?
I want to just punch this guy as hard as I can.
Go for it, man.
I'm gonna like bull rush him and just like head down, horns up, and just as I get there, just flying
Horn up.
Superman punch.
That's awesome.
Nice. I'm going to say give me a physical.
for being so
roll.
Physicality is a 5, and then
Okay.
I'll use a point of sortilege to put some more oomph into it.
Sure. You got to
That's
roll
awesome.
over a 5. to
Like a
hit this
magical Bulgor. What are you
Yeah.
gonna do?
All right,
Bull
first
rush.
die, which is the non-magic die, is an 8. Second die is a 4.
You guys roll
So
really good.
are you goring him or are you punching him?
No, head down like I'm going to, right? And then
Mhm.
at the last minute, as I get close, just jump up and just Superman punch this
All right,
dude with my freaking.
So you jump up and you Superman punch
knuckles.
down at him, and your fist actually like goes through his head, like punching through a sandbag.
Sand,
It's just like
yeah, like-
poof. And then as he does, he like a sandcastle falling apart. His body just like crumbles around you and like collapses and just like blows away. So
Too easy.
that's it.
Boy.
You've captured one, gotten rid of the other 2. You've captured Drusilla. It's late. I think we gotta stop there.
We'll question them next time.
Yeah.
For the record,
Maybe eat them next time.
for the record, I do need to dispel these 2 other charges of this punch before I do anything else. So I just like
Hey,
hit a
Ricky's
wall.
still
and
here.
Fenric, yeah.
It's just like, "Ah." I just imagine when you touch someone with your that spell, they just immediately ragdoll into the air like a character in a Bethesda game, just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not gonna say that I do anything with them yet. I'm just gonna hold them threateningly in front of Drusilla. So
oh my
Remember
gosh,
that, Rainey.
and
Write
she's
that
like
down.
stuck in the barrier. She's just like blending. So
Good
good.
God.
I love it.
Well, with that,
Good session, guys.
thank
Yeah.
you everyone
Wow.
so much
Thank you.
for
Yeah,
joining
we had a lot of new faces tonight. I think.
Wow, our plan worked, everyone.
on this crackpot session of Invisible Sun. Yeah, we might not understand the game, but God, we're having a great time playing it.
yes, sir.
You just be weird. It's easy.
Yeah.
Does it sound
Occasionally
cool?
roll some d10s.
If you missed out on the earlier parts of this series, this is our 4th episode of Invisible Sun, if we count character creation. They are all up on our YouTube channel, DMs After Dark. You can follow us on all of our social medias at DMs After Dark. You can also email us at dmsafterdark@gmail.com. We also have a podcast. We have a couple podcasts. We have all the audio versions of these, our regular podcast, Modified Rolls, and my 20-minute shit show, 1d6, 1d4, the mini podcast, which I think
Wonderful
that
episode dropped
went
today.
out today. Yep.
Dead today, yeah.
Sarah's Tiny Shit Show.
Sarah's tiny shit show.
Sarah's Tiny Shit Show.
Alternate
Yeah.
name.
Which is what I'm calling it from now on. All of that is on a podcast feed on every podcast app worth its salt under the name DMs After Dark. Thank you everyone so much for joining us. We are sorry-ish.
Yeah, maybe just for the Metallica puns.
Yeah,
Actually, no,
that's the-
for the dick in
for
the
Lars
box. joke.
Ulrich.
I was gonna say the
Oh,
dick in the box.
I will not apologize for Dick in the Box. It is a classic.
We're sort of sorry, but not sorry enough. Good night, everyone.
Good night,
night.
everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Come to